NDC any MPP. Your friend Vim Lady Afia Pokua. Where your last show I de bra and Sunday ya to aba ejoada. Said the penny for catch that I for feed and as a holiday. Ye nti was ye nyina ye to me kwa bonten. Na ye koto ohwe na won to a oni obi ani asem. Tina ofie du banku o gare ana wa pesie. Obekwa akoto so a shell mask na watimi akọ ene. Ye behwe even the legal issue of no mask no vote. I don't see a constitutional issue. I say constitution say obi di 18 years na nadwene mu da ho a ese fatase etumi ma no kwa no to aba. Electoral Commission rules no mo de aba na parliament ade atom abaye mra no so say unsha mask a untumi nko. In fact, president was executive instrument. I no so abaye mask a yehye no so emra. Emu de na chen hwan. Obi ko na so oni bia. Me experience kakra menya wo US election mu che say ye wo individual groups a omo de omo all voting centers for America ho a udu ho no ma ne a offer mask. Wo obi dada eno ano no ba ye be ma mask ni bi ama sanitizer ansa na wanante akoba bia ye tro edi no. Can we do that in Ghana? Electoral Commission emra hye no so obeye sa na neni nyina ebeka ba wo map ye wo mechi no eye all 275 constituencies ena ewo so aba Ghana for be say opepedun so 17 million people ena ekwa akoto aba no ma kire di obedi Ghana so every 2020 ekosi 2024 eti yan hwe say the analysis nene ye won penifo kese e wo studio an won be kire di entia abaton very close into NDC na na MPP me sha say jubilate the election no be for anybody 2020 is not for anybody. Don't start jubilating. Your last minute campaign for our party and our candidate. The beautiful thing is now what you are no cry. Who say excellence your man penny nana adudanko Kufuado and one man penny dada a year mahama o man kwa sign a peace agreement and nano pay ya American Embassy Public Affairs section 820 ah mo bogana abaso ABC when you no cry is just for the camera mako Sudan ko he omuntumi nyampo na nkofo pretending to be smiling with each other. Until this is growth in Ghana democracy and the Ghana be Yeni. This is how far we have come. Ya be anim ada bedru baby e kwa abato bia hwe yen se Ghana de moya mane ye fe ye be kasa ye bubefu ye be di atem ye to abawie ya we are back to one people eno ne ade a ye target is Ghana ye bedu nti hwe map na we ye 2016 presidential election when ye de bebro no our regions ni nyina Greater Accra Ashanti Eastern region. This is the map a show voter distribution across Ghana ni nyina ebema voter distribution na wo sha baby e blue no MPP baby e green no NDC one dey be say ade na blue ni yeketo abi na green ni dawson but 2016 election MPP for winning by more than 1 million votes what dey be say about volume amadodo say na for instance e blue nim and amadodo say and e green nim wo dey ha ane ha where upper east upper west o say touch screen nti wo dey ni nyina toto ho a entumi total votes Afia Ashanti region. This is the total vote Afia Ashanti region. Inti baby a won say eye blue no emu pino for instance Eastern region Ashanti ho na ye MPP for stronghold. Baby a eno so green no emu pino for instance Water region NDC stronghold, Oti region Savannah NDC stronghold. Okay kan nyina boma ena ma MPP win here by 1 million votes. No yanko ye nim na kwakwe. This is the constituency a total vote. Nanado enya 153. This is the constituency omu win here as against Mahama total constituency omu win here. This is the presidential breakdown no albehu no. We ye nipa omu contest here 2016 abato no emu. Now the abase distribution of the votes no eni President Kufuado all the regions. Baby o win here ye stronghold pa President Kufuado win here. For instance, I have a region, Ashanti region, Bono Eastern region, Greater Accra region, Northeast. We are first a region on regional. Utumu say President Mahama Oluzu in almost all the region apart from a voter region. In fact, even if you check voter region, Uba say President Mahama cranny vote. A voter turnout na about voter region no esote Uba -1 if you do the regional analysis very well of the total votes. Yanko show a total vote no. This is the distribution of the numbers. Now and then no you better you bo akoni nyinemu amohu and then also ubete and semno as then we have regional breakdown of all the numbers ni nyina decision time we UTV the numbers ni abebro until you come back to the map na and na maye total distribution of Ghana presidential na we region e betimi ama o click here we the total vote dey ebro ni nyina we decision time and pay critical uses ene ye de ebro no me frame vim lady Afia Pokua bi me na ye ni mpanifo akese wo mbeboa me ate nsem na de ti a abato ye very very close. Dr. Ezekiel ni noy nate o se your friend Dr. ni nate yempa brofu din bia e wo hanum oye eyi peninkese senior lecturer e wo statistics ni actuarial science department University of Ghana Legon o de abeko numbers ni mu am ye hu de ntia election way very close I say obia jubilation yet wo musanso na Dr. Kwame Sasante lecturer political science department unim ne dada on this show so on there oba obobom akuapen kronkron oba analysis na me yate ensem no de ekoso no ase na obribo ahe deputy general secretary of MPP wo studio later on yewra general Dan Kokubotwe wo okre abato person so ba be join ye sanso na Greater Accra region chairman for NDC Adekoka ba be join ye na afa no so yehu enkomo no de ekoso nyina wo ensem no Professor Jampo enso fi political science department baba be to so am yehu analysis year on year month on year unim say yabeko into from 92 96 2000 2004 2008 2012 2016 na about 2020 projections ayeko ewo abato enu ya from vim lady Afia Pokua tena se na twan ye na ye nche odi obewini wa abato ni de enti abato ye close de enti ehun hia se vote no auto no responsibly and wisely kai say ye pe asumdwe ya ba sisi ane abeto ankomo no so. Yeah, okay. Abusia for some makwaba bio critical issues enne memenda no pay ede ebro no last show ayeye ansana ochine kwasie anajo ya besi pesa kosi edwada no pa post be bia no pa ewo polling station bia ne ahya ase yeto aba medim bio ede vim lady Afia Pokua ni nyina ye part of decision time at Despite Media ede ni nyina ebro led by Dr. Father Dixon and chairman general Kwame Sifakan and ayede we nyina ebro se de ba obehu de ekoso ansana bato no aso na me ka obi o say we ayeye nyina because ye be ma Ghana dodo amemmuo no emu aye din enye kema mke bia memo keko eye dodo amemmuo na emu aye din ene Ghana hwe baby abedu free 1992 san call back to democracy hwe baby abedu na ekobi kase e the governance research bureau omo aye research be enem wo doctor for kase mienu omo na ye adwuma as resource persons a omo ka say elections so very close midi kan fa aseda kase ema pamoni clothing for ewo osu Oxford Street omo na my entire come out to say me decision time t-shirt su etuetu a ye hye di nyina che say ye wo oye election brem tinya grokra ena ye die sanso na amata kum ye da se on na ema ye lunch any breakfast for ye ene dwumedi a ye nyina asase central for ye bre but obi an sheda nyini central for ho say just edru say obi akoye ba bi na che say asem akoba obetimi anya amata kum e was 0507768175 woman orders aduane bro nya bebe ene obehwe onu ufiefo nya party bi a keta nice no dia my friend amata kum ene aduane TZ2 apesie fufuo small chops oben kama na odiama no ma lunch for the whole of ene Saturday na chese adwuma no akoso sanso ena e bompa ye say very soon ye radan kokubotwe efi okri constituency ba be kan ho e wo hanum si aba be join politicians no ena Professor Jampo enso ba be join ye na ya bon common last day before the D-Day beto aba ejuada na yenko enkomonim said the America cho dada na ye wo Dr. Nino na te ye senior lecturer Department of Statistics and Actuarial Science University of Ghana Legon sanso na Dr. Kwame Sante as your senior lecturer Department of Political Science University of Ghana Legon so studio and Anana Obribwan ye Deputy General Secretary Emma MPP and America say yera danko kuboche former General Secretary obi enim say General Secretary a chese wache wa adwumanim ono so ba be join ye na yabo enkomo Greater Accra Region NDC chairman Adekoka Obiata friend chairman Ade ewa hanum nicely dressed in John 1 say Mahama Tadia is almost 2 and the 2 on the ballot almost abetwen here ewo studio hanum say later and before na kan be kan ho na yabo encommon jama akwa ba follow your social media platforms na Facebook YouTube na fe wo adwenche bia na wo de aba enya atenie udi atem yen kan is politics of tolerance said the no who President Mahama any President Kufuado no more chia ne fe and so where they are pretending for the cameras me say ebi won ma Sudan they don't even get the opportunity to pretend it is here pretending pa eye e kire say say wa we fu soldier no a o kapre no o simple na ba bia na de wa no why ne say no fleece mosquitoes and now they won for no sabi blue make us say we nkrasesem Ghana yakoyanim almost 25 years in democracy yendi atemo se Mahama to me tolerate Kufuado na President Kufuado to me tolerate Mahama mo sere twetwetwetwe a na wa udidi atem no wo ye nkrasesem we kra de ento sebe anti anope ya mo akwaba ebefo akwaba anope
ya wura
me sha se emprim lectures na fe politicians mo de eno betena ha che minya kra nka abato no kra nka ne e be bitani mu nyina wa ase ya ba Dr. Sasanti sa ejuma mo ne governance research bureau for moye as resource person sa na mo say emu ani nya che elections here very close asase last year bedu this year ni enim say election no ba ko di kan ja ba ko eba na afedi abe very close cheche mu maye den e be close
Afia na etene say so wo hwe abato ene ne ekọ ne abana bibia no nsakrai bam ye nsama ye kan wa abato mu niema party aye na worbo ni dewura kire oman eno na ubehu bibia no na asam no eni akohwe baabi eni akohwe baabi na no na governance research bureau a ye akrache for ma won yang de kira de wolegon woto nsafre yang so yan hwe se yebetuma ka yenti abom na yang adwen omen ho ne yang aye bibia beto abonten ne ye se yesu ye be ye hwehwem na yang hwehwem a ye no enye ne awofre ne survey a woto nipa gumonten so ko bisa won sam yang de ye use model bia yere hwe efi 1992 BC 2020
okay.
Electoral Commission figures are wo ho nipa register ya
bato no trend analysis
yo na ya ka ni nyina aboma song so abo ne to na yere ka ye hwe mu ne ye de kire ye ngadwene wo ne model na kan mechire ahwefo ne atiefo se esa ne se ye nganko monten so nti bibia ne ye kire se sadi enye biribi te se guide ya party fo na enma won akwankyire bi so won konta ne nam baabi a wo hu a ebeboa won nam dodo nse nkwan emani piu enu nti ye song so
na mo hu se aye close no
yo ye song so ne ye hu se se uyi qualitative figures no ye kan qualitative wa to nipa gu monten so e go bisa no nga kire won sam no uyi no to nchen na wo ba model no mo dia ene na ebe pai obiara
abato no be pai
obiara winya hanchemu aduonum no ene baako no wurinya na
bato de na mo hu se obi entumi nya
yo ehon meja ma miura note you ono na eurade achira na dwene so wo figures yo ni menko
Dr. Note mpacho chemu ma ye de na mo hu se ebe pai
se ye di model no any data no na guide model no ma prediction no and usha you use what we call generalized linear model GLM for short and some model it is a regression or bibia you can say dependent variable dia u pese ube predicting no enu ena dia your friend independent variables no and independent variables no ye constituency no any the party itself because you realize say every constituency has its lineage say na we show graph no one say ebimu ye blue thick blue ebimu ye light blue ebimu ye thick green ebimu ye light green and ye use constituency no as one of the independent variables and the party itself because parties no so I mean the constituencies have their favorites among these parties and BB say interaction you share interaction effect and all these things were very significant and it was able to predict about 87% of the values and yenya nkranhye say mitwini nya papa yenya nkranhye say it is a good model to work with and you use it as a template yenka say it is even good say pi so that both major political parties should see that this is what they have to do to win and yes no you share you building models no two one for the presidential the other for the parliamentary and the parliamentary we were able to see about how many of the constituencies would go for either of the major political parties and ayenya dudu so it was pushing to either way and the Australia list no mu na say you know what to do to grab some of them and say I numbers game and we brought this out for them to interrogate
in the dog o patch say mo share constituencies so vote ewo ho ene ne dynamic say constituency betimi asonge akoha ana asonge akoha ni nyina ka ho na mo de confirm say ebe pai
exactly
that means ebe go second round
exactly
that's very serious in the dog mbacho o chemu kire me say constituency ben na mo based on constituency all the
275 is what we use all the data
na fia wo hwa de ma ya chichemu ye wonea model no kire yen say hwiebe NDC fu benya say hwiebe MPP fu benya say ena ne ye wo ne o kire say memfa America focus toss up swing
okay
bia adangwa so bia tumeko na nia NDC benya a wo hwe a 107
but 107 constituencies in NDC benya
and NP MPP
107 okay
and NDC 117
no 112
just
112 na wo hwe nia akana ene tosapo no ene 56 obiara ebetumi akwa ma nti NDC betumi afa nia entia eya adesua ma party for no say wo hoi ubisa na ubisa miura koka wo nkonta woni ba bia won anan mon nenam so na wonim ba bi nso ya eya den ma won nti sa niemai sana medical kan nkwan nam dodo nse nkwan e kire won niema bi se oh you kura wa ha ye se be se nti na bere na mayan ho kwan ye babo kakra bi so
ba mpese o cheche 56 mun se sa 56 na ye swing no ye den na mo hu se be swing akọ NDC ana be swing akọ MPP nti a mo ka se elections na be pai no because ye swing dey betimi a swing anywhere
nti model no has the ability to predict what each of the parties is getting on the constituency from the constituency on presidential level
as well as based on previous
trends and the sana here no and say yefa be say one constituency in Greater Accra it will project NDC is going to get this MPP is going to get this.
I see. And 56
56 of them. And
but
if
no,
it predicts and they are not getting dominant values and the difference between them is not significant, then we classify it as it could go either way.
And amunya 56.
Yeah, 56. So we yaba bubosu amamu 56 no wo. And to me
doc can also Bunu East, in Kranza South, and Apru West, Central Region. So you have a to say Aguna East, Aguna West, Ejumako, Ejenevisium, Sikumodo Bembrakwa, Eutu Senya West, Cape Coast North, Efutu Constituency, Gomwa East, Gomwa West, KE, Infantimai, Chifu Atimokwa, Eastern Region, Akotia, it can swing.
Yes, it can swing.
Sana model na kan.
Sana model na and a brim. A brim north and a Suhum.
Yes.
It will be very interesting to see say Suhum ebe swing. How does Suhum swing? Because Suhum apart from 92 has always been won by MPP.
Exactly.
Julius Debra, ever popular Julius Debra and to me and swing Suhum. Then a Suhum ba swing.
Model is predicting said the difference
between NDC and MPP.
NDC and MPP for the prediction. Was insignificant.
I see. Kitwebi. Okay.
No,
I remember more politicians. More commenting on what you think about this. But I can sense that Mumi and Mumu very uncomfortable because especially Onana, Mumu winning comfortably in 2016. So for this model, bet say at the end of tight, a second round. And out here, I can say,
guy, but so
Nana machine. A guy by the young person, a cacra, but not to my back on what you do. So, they know how to see. I'll come to you. You, I can see that you are happy because they say it will go into second round. But like Doc said, it's just a model, keke. Remember when in Giansa?
Midi Kankai, say, model no, is an say, young common things in Nipankasan. You want your friend constituency specific issue. Woko baby, watch it out as Sadi in a waha. Nti party of young grandpa yan Toma, but to my independent. Model into mental. Ubedu baby na independent candidate. You was original model into mental. Model no follow trend. Intinia Catcher say, you need the Kanga Kawadino, say, a as a guide. Nemum a quantitative.
The best member says, Bani say cry.
A bit my banson, sir, Baba. Eho na asam no.
I say loto.
Na ne yetene say yenga di kan chirechire musa no. Model no so yenga chire wo say na adwuma ye no na hoden eso. Etra oha nchemu aduowotwe ene ne yakeka ho. Enu nti ewa hoden na ye dey sa dey to ho ne ye hu say wo hwe ba bi ekese ebetuma ko ama A and B you ne ye hu say wo figures na reba form yenka hu say enye 2020 nkwa na yeka ho aso ye hwe fi 1992 besi 2020 nti dodo na na yenga ka bom yenga chong so na yeka sa aka say kire da bia yakwa abato a aya wo behu say na efe adaisofo abem efe nkonyayifo abem o yibenya se da bia na yekese enhaw se obi wo anisuade hu onyankopon ache na de bia otumi hu na okire asem ebeba okira na ade chen ye ni ohaw na ne yeka ne se ebia wo de ebia wo hu ene so mimi hu mene so minu hoye ebi kura mi nu hoda na mom ne yepe adesua bia eye science na eye science a obiare tumi di achi model yi yenga kire ye de maw na wankasa wo di koguma obetumi anya ne yekan pepe nti ema adesua no ema eye nige mobia enye ne obakonkwan hu obakoko hu a hena no di hu adanse enu nti na model no kire nti sa wo hwe 56 na party fun yemperifu wo hoyi wonim ne wo ho won ankasa
ya muke omunim
mudi komo na wo betire say ahedi oyibenya ahedi oyibenya nana ene miwura koka wonim say ahedi be kwa moyi ahedi nkwa moyi ahedi be ye den no ndie na ma sa nkomo ye de obuya
minim say mumie no mo be ko be sum ko muni abe ma posa jampo so be join here from 9 o'clock time am boko no ba ma me mbobo we ni so na nana ne ade momrem na dog mo nya mo final comment na fe mo ko say for instance Western region Elembele eka swing seat Elembele Evaludra Jomoro Empoho wasa East Pristia Huni Valley Shama Takwansu ayem Upper West Sisala East Sisala West swing Upper West no Upper West na Sisala East Sisala West ana Upper East Busa South Navrongo Talensi say em wan pa because na me ka say BT Baba he's on the ground I be mo wan say no e be swing ana Tempane na Zebila Oti region Akan constituency e de enyame wan Krachi West Krachi Chumuru and Kwanta North all these I don't disagree with the analysis on Oti region there it can swing in favor of MPP
yes
the kind of work Damboche Baba later on e ka me say wakotena hono be say 1 month kra inti enra ene nene nansa president Mahama team so akọ pitch camp for 2 days in Oti because MPP for no are doing damage in Oti region. They can swing Oti. Oh, some of the seats. And no, both ways. Yes, until I'm aware that the team, almost about 3 days, and you're doing work in Oti Panti. Oti, I agree with the model. Akan constituency, Krachi, because MPP has tried to take Akan before with Rashid Bawa.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and it didn't work. They've tried to take my year more 2004. Yes. I was in Akan constituency, KJB.
So the model was able to pick
the model was able to pick a trend. Yes,
exactly.
I agree. Yes,
MPP
that was Rashid Bawa. But MPP win no winning Akan was also because of Rashid Bawa. He came from NDC, so it wasn't just MPP in Kwan. Because 2004, I was there. I did some work there.
Right.
And Savannah region, Salaga South, and Northeast, Bumpurugu, Chiripone, Narelugu, and Wali. Wali it will be very interesting if it swings, but me home because that is his home constituency.
Exactly.
A swingy and home pa. Northern region, Bimbila is also defense minister. Swingy and Asumbeshi. This will be almost like an indictment on MPP for your own defense minister constituency to swing. And Chiripone, the Bimbila Pandai, Mion, Tatale, Sanguli, and a Wulensi, and a Yendi. Yendi is also another. If it swings against MPP, apart from, in spite of all the Yendi, to bring peace there. That will be very interesting. Greater Accra region, Chemakoka region, Ablekuma Central. Ablekuma South, Botiano, English, Kole Klote, Krowo, Lejokuku, Madina, Okankwe, very interesting. Yes. I'm interested in Accra because Krowo there, meaning it can swing. Because already MPP candidate to Minister for Fisheries, she has problems with the executives. Lejokuku, Okoboy, I doubt if this constituency will swing. I think Okoboy is on top of his game. Madina, 50-50 like the map the is saying. Chamade, this is Greater Accra region. Oh, you're surprised about results. They are more donated.
Yeah, when I would see what I pay.
What you do?
When you know what now. Actually,
Oma apana da
be a computer either.
Phone your computer.
You know, there must more.
Yeah,
models were. Tables. This is Greater Accra.
This is Greater Accra.
Blue. Green.
Green here one NDC.
Green NDC.
Okay.
The blue here.
MPP. So what is it showing you?
I'm really enjoying the trend of
Dr. Momodo
analysis. This is an independent body. I commissioned them in Greater Accra to do.
Okay.
And it is. I haven't read them, but it seems that this model is falling right into my lap. The seeds that we are mentioning, Krowo, the Jekuku, Madina, Adenta, those seeds, as you are saying, are swinging. And the trend is, as far as we are concerned, they are swinging towards our way.
They are swinging to NDC.
They are all swinging towards our way.
All the seats.
That one I can assure you.
Mamembo ni Ablekuma Central, Ablekuma South, Botiano, English, Kole Klote, you have it already. But they say the model is showing that it will swing to MPP.
You see?
And then Krowo is for MPP, but it will swing to NDC. Yes. Lejekuku, I disagree that it will swing to NDC. I think it will be maintained by NDC, MPP. And then Madina there, I can't call.
I'm just telling you that the models are Caesar. I haven't seen, but Caesar, if I show you the table here, it is going towards. So whatever model they use, and whatever these other people to use, they haven't met. But for the first time in my life, in political analysis, sitting here looking at what is here, it is. I don't want to mention, but I'm saying that the trend now, it is the probability
that it will work. And I may favor NDC.
Exactly.
Okay.
You see,
we
lost those things in the last election. If you look at the trend at Okano, we won the presidential in those cities, if you have checked the records. Yeah. And then we lost the parliamentary because of skirt and blouse. And that particular time, the way I selected the MPs, you had the universal adult suffrage. That was why Kosiboche said we should now. We asked everybody to come and register and vote the parliamentary, and it caused a lot of havoc. It caused a lot of havoc for us. Well, we couldn't heal the wounds in the party at that time. But this time around, we ensure that the core members of the party, who are card-bearing and executive members, did the selection of the MPs. And to and you can fantastic why they a catchy then am I there.
I confused
why there. Into Afia those nyamana oho here the last time no. Once a year tomb yeze asomdwe under my watch my show there. Eya team eya bumaso me nye yin edwuma eyi wa contest team me yin edwuma no at least we have phone kakra and gofo Ibiara is on board and you can see the trend. See, their trend is not far away from Mama or Muslim.
Okay. Nana, but BA origin. They say you are splitting up. You have
Bono and a half.
Bono and a half. Also Bono, for instance, Bono East in Kranza South, Pru West, and a Bono time. So the because the best when get more. Nana o nambusa so rahuana.
Oh no, actually. I appreciate more academically, fine, but the reality on the ground is not what Yatiha can.
Oh, okay.
Okay, shit. You see, Yatidemu ha cratch for 9 Urababa na model na we na yeka. Brofo, equiapim, and kind. But the reality on the ground. What you say? I don't know na you know. Yeah, your society no say because French we say be nyado. The Ghanaian society or the African society. enyini enru baabi a wa na no ko US ebi wa tim try ho a even the US no crowd team ka so had a Republican benya enso
na swing it, yes. Yes.
So for instance
Pennsylvania,
the rest states, most of the rest states
for instance Sametia na okacha me say time a bit maswinga na the reality on the ground even time at me swinga time the formidable candidate and this the ba your friend Jan Tutu oh yeah, very good candidate material wakwa na no adakro no an luckily for the MPP and this am for Jan Tutu anko me try say mo de amotia na rese
iti NDC am for Jan Tutu am
NDC am for Jan Tutu anko
omo de ne by there
anka ebema MPP no say because MPP won Gabriel say won
na margin ni so
na so
and omo change candidate
no omo change candidate Jan Tutu no oh you formidable power I am telling you.
So these are the details
on the ground
we don't have.
But I know they don't some of the things that work ground no.
Exactly.
The model may not pick because some used to trend.
Exactly.
And this Jan Tutu ama. Now MPP
new one on your formidable sir.
Candidate. Me tia kra me ni medini. But Jan Tutu there we follow politics and no even in time alone.
I think the name resonates.
What it resonates from Nkranza organization. This is an awesome bad time, and that time Jan Tutu had the support of Asiedun Ketia, and the candidate now by and be say, oh, Asiedun Ketia can support the candidate me. What be ye Jan Tutu free? And ye beshe.
Okay.
Jan Tutu is free badu.
Okay.
Now MPP candidate in free badu, but the DC, you know. Na sifri sekwa
okay Asiedun Ketia krom
Asiedun Ketia krom enti DC no so na sibi free sekwa bi so free badu no
ono wo combine ayi
ebe support Gabriel say wa woni amekere no aha now yet na ye ka na resa wo mo problem ba ko pa za so free nsoko ofo badu na opeso obasunwan kwai no a edabo fokrom kofa abronye domase no kwai no nye jesu ofa mwanchi etwa no ho sei enam pipi aba na yikwa na to
nti mo be wini sa seat
nti de hawo no wo mo hawo no bi no ene MPP for hawo no bi no aba fam
okay
nti yatia na modem and I appreciate your academic achievement
background in Tessa
and Tessa
okay but yanko be another region say Bono East or see in Nkranza South any Pro West also so
and Nkranza South no some Nkranza say be crack Africa Nkranza North
we even as you be come back to come back to the regions but even in terms of region region
some Nkranza mpo na ka some Nkranza North ebi obi be ka say oh Derek Odru wakwa from 206 I say yeah politics and so say nipa no ko
or China no ho
but okofa Nkranza South the regional chairman is MPP regional chairman is from Nkranza South candidate now wababa akope and this candidate no wababa akope no in terms of kasa ya ye kan no obeka atwi obeka mbono obeka dagare obeka sisala oka kusasi oka mampurusi
I see
ento de ne koduro akura bi ase anya sisa na akofo obi a akura no obeka obi ase akura ha hefo na doso se konkoma fo no wa start ka konkoma.
Okay, we no the model no mpeke
amfa
model no mpeke
race no na me kire bu
okay I
appreciate your academic
but generally no make say be pie no do you disagree enko second round Chama Koka second round do you agree with the second round model argument kodok no dem because see anti be so move round it up
second round no the probability of second round yes.
Model research also agree.
Model no, you know.
Okay.
Probability of second round.
Okay.
There are the problem here is that at least 10% of undecided no. Undecided no. That is the area that we should target. Ebema. Either it goes either ways no. But when it comes to the majority of parliament in there, I can assure you there. Minua Obre. Ono anim say dynamics are form no. Eye ma wo.
Na no see dynamics but no, don't notice. Because so wrap it up this model. Because our part said near man kitingiti be grounds are. Model no may be limited.
Oh, ga mama ye kitu abi.
No, dog mo be.
Okay, you kitu abi.
Mo ko mu nua bi ayi.
And I'm saying come here be in their presence.
Okay.
All right.
What was it? You suggested Mio and Yendi.
Yendi, yes.
You see, Mio, Yendi, Nantang, Kulungu, Savlungu, Tamale North, Tamale Central, Tamale South, Ninano. Politics over there, no? Now the backbone issue. Politics over there. Karaga, Savlugu, Mio, Nantang, Gushegu. That backbone issue. Now, MPP are buying to my solve that backbone issue. No, a major breakthrough politics in this country. Major breakthrough. From to the extent that even in 2008, MPP lost Yendi.
Yendi cry.
Yendi of all places. Where later days you could have MPP lost Yendi because of the background issue. And from records, royal records, 204, 208. MPP won't share no background, MPP won't share no papa. Now, NDC also capitalized on that. Oko, ABF Husseini, Suhini, Idris Muhammad, lawyer. Idrusa. Who kill Yana, who kill Mobila, who kill Yana, who kill Mobila. And honestly speaking, you're very much worried. What you're seeing. Now, MPP also has a problem. And no beer or Honoma order. Now, the Bolinana, Anna, also your apparent hair to the skin. Capoquiana, apparent hair, apparent also to the skin. Now there's a chief in Mio, who is the Bolinana.
Oh, okay.
Bolinana is a seno, the chief of Mio. That means in the Dagbon
area,
unless you say Ubeye, Savlungu, Mio, Karaga, Obeya Herano. Untimi Maya Yana.
Okay. Inti Nana, what the outcast says, Manya service achieved a problem.
Major breakthrough for the MPP. Major breakthrough.
Okay.
Check the records.
Madok not a
Thank you very much. Anti model no. Say an a juma. Yeah, treaty the two major political parties to operate above the average because Oshe Modona Yama their average votes, the percentage and the average vote, and then we've given limits, lower limit, upper limit. They should always maintain, say they will either maintain their average or go beyond their average. Once they go beyond their average, they are winning.
Okay.
And it could be one touch. Once you are getting below your average, once you operate on your average
vote now when you are 2016
no they be on the
average on the across
yes on
cumulative average
average no.
Okay.
Once you are operating, don't go below it. Once you operate below it, once I have to say pendulum. Once and people are in this war and we are now we
okay
we now we
okay
and that is how it's going to work. And this is just to bring to the fore. Senior Nanai Kai say on the ground may be different, but at least this is a template we are working with. And the Ukra template, no, oh, you have to know a tablet here. Hey, I'm getting above my average. I'm getting above. Then it means that you are in a comfortable zone.
If we
okay, Doc.
Mami Fabin come near Nikan, you, Utia. Near the can yet, then as a woman say, young uncle,
ground, yes,
uncle, inti, a honor, baby, a journey. Nemum, the Wadibi or Sebi, and yet a Benquan or the young one, and Kate or the young one, Torwa, and Nabribiano, Okako to a bar, you, your issues national issues it make can obi wo constituency Ghana ha nhwehwem kire say oman sika nhyehyɛ ne nkontaa ne oye ndisi ne oye kube abe meko ntorwa oto aba a ohwe saa de say economy obe ni ya na isan so kom ye yaw enu nti niema bi wa affect eka babia eka national eka regional eka constituency ne wo ne ye constituency specific issues dezana na kan ahensam no ewu but we be constituency bi na wo won constituency problem one solve where free anya obi wa no ninsu obi wa yese bi wo kura asam kakra bi na ye kese wo ho nti wo constituency so nti enye one variable no nko ya nti saadi abua won ma wotumi hu se oh ahe ye de be kan afei nso menu na kan se model na men formula wo men fa be biesa se wo operate wo average a wa paya ban se wo ko wo upper limit wa wuni wa te se abano we badi wo te so ba average no ba forma wa fi abanu wo ato na saadi mfaso ye wo ho ne se etore bia obonzi yeto aba no menyum ha aye 10 ojare tom o nipa nim se max na emise max vote na menya no emamentra me average enunti ma hodin gresa no da sukuram total ne brem se nia me kon me hu no average medin kuku nia wedin kuku ni me di hire wagu kon mu di wo hene o menyi hu aton nti sa ne me ekire afei ebua yen ma ye hu se ahai yen akofom ahai akọ efise formula na ba ko ewo mu ne se ete se wo bo hu modern pa ewo wo stronghold efe ene wa hodin enefi wo bo hu modern wo opponent no so ne ho kakra we nya kura average na wo bo hu modern ewo swing efise swing no eno na esi hene no nti bibia no wo bo modern se wo betra average wotumi yes ade bia sen a ebeboa enu nti sa ne me yere boa won adwuma ye eto de bia wo bo se na wo de ade bia to koma so se oh aheye te se binya vote se wa hode nkura ni ho yo wa hode ni ho ye model no churchill Santi region obechiro se MPP ne average about over 70%. NDC 27%. Inti se NDC wo se wo pe 1 million wo ha minimum se wonya. Yo. Enu nti so model no chiro se obo model no ko average ne kakra obebe odi bi ko ka ho wo baby wo national wo baby na wo hu say little drops nkakra no na ye nsu kese nti sa di kire na ade e beboa yen wo hu ne say party fo no mesra won say wo be ye ye nyina en adwuma say wo mmoa no wo modawuru na nipa nkoto aba no efi say unya voter turnout no ekosoro abua wo efi say hwehwemu kire say efi 18 years ekọ 38 won na woto aba wiase ya baby an wo wa hoden a wokọ kire odin to aba na wo hwe electoral commission fi go aba wo hwe wo say youth no ho na edu sa bri ya wo target sa de ye wo sa de ne friend mobilization theory and non wo mobilize e fe ni amani wo ha nso ya wo hwe wo so bi nya 65 abato nye ne de bio oje no wo tse wo bere wo sa ho no na nti meka na ma se we metwa ne sing ne se wo ko eni ma biesa na hu hia won we hia resources human material so they say sika ne ne ma nyuma logistics sabri na party lose yaba wo se sabri you logistics bi ete se ko anko nipa bi atena so sabri
2008 bi to
won ma won ani won so na nasro owura ko kan so asro e say onim resources wo say
in fact o hwe kosi boche report no capture ene ma e de man kofo e ko kan fi anko constituency MPP 2008 eyi omo kan so de ebi de na ka region constituency
ebegu won kotokum sabri mi je say won anu ya te say owo anu ya a wo hwe ni ye e fe sa resources wo hwe nso won hwe hu say adwuma na wo se wode ya na wo ha nwani wo ho efe Ghana abato nso kire se propaganda di hin wo mu papa wode se ba betu abonten no kware kakra bi atoro bebre won hwe adwuma papa wie nipa
ya beka tape ni ho
won hwe sa de ni efe se wo betumi mede maso ato fom wotumi fa wo manifesto no bi adan no wo ka o se oyi so be se dan obi ka me se edabi ayase manifesto ay propaganda ba ko ne se wo se won ato crowd no wo de egu TV so ne dodo a hwe sa party hwe nipa di wo ngati enyi nipa ne ya hwe wo e ya asem na wo wi a wa de eto so abien e strategy ne de meka wo me mpanimfu wo be kire mawe won kan wa ha wo kan wo ndem obi a wo won strategy a ete se wo ye sa ha meye ne se ha meye ne se sa se meka sa se na no strategy ye wo national ye wo regional ye wo constituency na wo ka bo mai kwa sabri na se wo ba ho achi wa ha ye nko me de yi baba aye ye mehye mo de na strategy ne ba ko no se wo betumi MPP for the back over two abonting nansia o se free HS you know the buy NDC for 2 mirika ko ho if it was so if NDC so wo fi ho ntam and we say na
because that was a big
and over 2000 NDC for say you know what one comfortable zone what they say we be yin some man ya wontumi nya campaign if say ye messages are ye hwe kasa me country abonting and say na we ya no afa na we ya no a me de wako baby fofo me de wako baby and for me last one ye messages one show one message no bronika it resonate with the people message eka me koma message
2 days
oh you sabri ade a waye wo message bi wa ha waka na mo ade kakra bi na ode kete waka hwe nke se 2 days obi ri kwa kwato aba na machia ro na ma aka me me wo ma kire
asmesi
sa party na wo de wo ngachi me de uhu menchi am ba dwena say kai hu se hu hia ba ne ba ko unya 49 unya 50 na plus 1 nka wu ni ye ba ko no hu hia menhwero menhwero manu ato
dog ye da wase ba me da one dog not here ase because meaning say was omo kwa ye e was omo ko na Professor Jampo bejo
I think they also go about 50 Nana SKB asat watch article be I read that article very very beautiful
more than 50%.
The Nana was telling us say amount for 50 plus 1 and 50 plus 1 and yes aneti enti mo kono am say
yes statistical
oh I see yeah Nana no I read it I enjoyed that article
yes 50% plus 1 is not scientifically
achieved
accurate it's not scientifically accurate because when you say 50% of what
okay
and this one now yes and this one now who fan and also fi what is it it is a tautology the whole thing should be say more than 50%
okay
more than 50%
and that's the constitution amendment
we are not interpreting the
constitution well
more than 50% plus 1
say interpret constitution well I am invoke at Supreme Court
all along I imagine you am 50 plus 1 but make an article you am say hey nana o kan say me o moment na say na me nya adaje but make that was the first time bibi preke say hey 50 plus 1 I can na yeboa na no draw nice article
sure
also yeah
I've actually read it no and that has been my thoughts all through
okay
if we near was asem no say menya statistician na mum na framers of the constitution wo pokwan kwantie bi enye nkontasem bibi 50.1.2.3
because America for electoral college system
America electoral college system no if we adakure be di hu nkomo asem papa wo hwe wo pebribi a wanya 50% apai then ye di tumu ba ko onipa untumi nche ni mu 0.1.2.3 ndi onipa ba ko ye di no vote kan wa asi well the first past the vote system ye wo parliamentary and no type of idea di bi fa ba ko kan nim anti umuni anko wanya ba ko kan wa bi ti if say e scale ni okosoro no kwa wo kofom wa kan wa hye wo 49 or 59 or 51 asi
okay yeah no mas ebusia focus on share live critical issues so e wo UTV na doc for mienu no mbeja e wo doc naughty ene eye doc isasante omunya senior lecturers or department of political science na statistics ni actuarial science also omko aye bi Professor Jampo e ba bejo ene na ato analysis no so ne yera dankokuboche omunyina ba betwe ene ato ankobo no so ma menka obi so share live e wo eye critical so doc e wo senka de we ni ma me unya bibia wo chiri enti we governors research bureau for and omo ye research na omo emu se elections so ebe pai nti omo ye summary na say the doctors akese mienu omo cha emu omo to omo analysis of nkonta yenye nyina from 92 96 2000 election 2004 2008 and Afia 2012 any 2016 and omo conclude say obi any one ma o hwe averages na NDC ni MPP omu nyina ntumi nya 50 plus 1% na constitution ni ba international elections no ebe ko second round yera ayi Professor Jampo eba bejo ni ye na abo enkomo no ebiem ti ento aso unu sa na me de ko graph nim efa map no de na ekoso ewo map mo hwe de na say last election 2016 no na MPP for enenya more than 1 million votes ena omunya kan amana ho na ya tena se asese ye constituency by constituency constituency by constituency or the saying o hwe or the saying region ebia even voter region cry ye NDC for cry or more stronghold no o hwe voter turnout entina na Dr. Sasante ka se ebe hunya se political parties ni abehye omo party for nkran se omo enko no mo koto aba no because voter turnout e course so 2016 NDC voter region kra no e call from plus or minus 1 constituency even K2 North K2 South ma NDC for vote pa no NDC voter turnout no call from nipa dodo e ba abonten e beto about the 2012 to 2016 one NDC lose some of the constituencies -5 -2% -3% nti NDC virtually lost 2016 omo anom de ma MPP for cry MPP for your campaign there in almost stronghold na MPP for increase omo margins nyina but NDC in their own stronghold no na ko mu win cry no mo ade aba no esan ma ye friend say MPP for it is NDC betimi win here they have to do that homework the same thing I said Dr. Sasante ka say MPP for so betimi win here also omo so ye omo homework e wo honom na omo hwe so betimi increase omo numbers no ama akọ above their average na no betimi abo omo ye more work on mti this election very very close ya baba mo de am yesa ka professor Bako ewo Howard University ewo America Professor Mensa no so aye research about Ghana politics a draw similarities niam bia edinse ewo America abato no na afi Ghana abato no emu am yehu se de yera Adekoka chairman of NDC Greater Accra region sanso na openikese nana obi boahin lawyer kese deputy general secretary of MPP ono so ewo studio anum se yera dankoku botwe ene Professor Jampo be join ye na atoa enkomo so am ya cho hwan ene be wini se de me analysis ni ya to ebo ne asese ni nyina ye be mo hu se de Adekoka kana true se election here very very close to call but ba ne sen ene be close na no obi boy ma me nya abuchera mbusa na cheche mma anka obi aka se in fact me share all the political analysis am reading no by close of 2019 na MPP more comfortable lead 2019 no na ka more comfortable lead then about 2020 after the elections number be too close to call about then
bono ni be ka pen be ka wo mo na eka
who ni say close
no oh me who ni say enye close because say na ye ka no the dynamics no me who say baby kura wo hono ma MPP improve wo mo
okay
fortunes for instance lemfa ni afoto agbo na hono Bonkatamanso since 1992 it has been a stronghold of the NDC now we ground with the absence of afoto agbo it gives MPP
an edge how
because
does it give MPP
afoto agbo no yeah type of nipa oni obia interacte oni obia ye free etoni adene buga so de obebo buga ani adene so obeya ni adene and he enjoys the support no enti obi kura ye MPP ni a one way the other no okoto na obeto ma afote now ni afote agbo is gone you have Hosinadoye coming in Hosinadoye so no for the past about 8 years or 10 years you know or improve na the political
but we are aware say Hosinadoye no NDC ni and or cross the carpet by MPP
oh I make just say for the past about 8 years 10 years ana me actually
okay
or improve the political fortunes me can say yeah 92 MPP so it looks like now Hosinadoye so no or yeah very strong and somebody I don't know oh my bonnet oh fachame oh bekame ho wate oh misro wate we dia ye ko we dia di machi why am I for Tagba said your corner be dimachi with that type of casan etino gradually slowly but noticeably no or train nipa no bi
okay
one when I met no okay until they about the dynamics no about enti about sa unsuro now ufa chairman na feature betimi akọ betimi anase ye ntwen akra
oko chairman Greater Accra Region okay chairman
Adekoko na chairman Greater collect
oso wa ye aduma pa when consultant muntumi oso region ankasa muntumi eje because Professor Jampo aba in fact Professor Jampo be analysis be from special voting na to forecast into 2020 no
ya ni nyina but do we na ka say wo hwe arrest no ayeye no a na o de kofam no a
obachamade onya research we ground person
see ye nyina ye research ni ye nyina ye no o de kofam a edu ba bia emfa collect so we in 2016 MPP problem na onya ye no ye
Philip Addison
and then o de saukuta voting
2016 okay me computer no so me project no
good o project ahwe ne exaneto kra winning ye no na enuru ne ya chairman no
okay enyaye
no endu anase no around figure so sometimes ultimately ye calculation be say e wo say nya wo nyina to ma independent candidate no na ebia wo nyina abeto ama Addison de nanso so ebetimi aba say emu be ye aduokono de ebeto ama ayi no
but see a dynamics so asesan Addison ni hobio Zaneto wo independent candidate so ni hobio
anka meba
okay okay
ena independent candidate no so ebia okoya nkono na MPP ko anka NDC fobi entoma
Zaneto okay
you understand etino edu be bia dynamics no enye ne ye hu no ye no but ye mu binum no de ye de no ye komu pa se edu be bia MPP utim ka che bi se oh ha de ya ma ye problem kakra utimi hu
me person forgetting we no kwa na ye international
me person me bambo collecte 2016 ye problem the Niamashite
yes
he was the candidate
former tema MCE
that's right and the circumstances now Zenato Bayano who say even there was a court issue
yes
who say Niamashite on Zenato court say she was not qualified to stand as a candidate
so onye registered voter or constituency one ade
inti Niama supporters no omo nyina omo ko skirt and blouse that was why independent candidate votes that was the dynamic then see me catch me bro say me you dynamics no kano that particular time it was a very hectic problem for ampa so omo independent candidate no so one contest anka enyo ba chiri because Niama supporters no omo nyina kan independent candidate because omo so ho no independent candidates will say omupuako or indigene of the place. That's the dynamics. Now the dynamics have changed. Fortunately for us, no. Omu candidate no Bananka so NDC ni. Omu candidate no. He was working at National Health Insurance under Sylvester Mensah.
MPP candidate or NDC ni.
NDC ni.
Hey, I know about
MPP. NDC ni. He was working at the National Health Insurance. He was employed. He was
by Sylvester
Mensah.
But I know that doesn't make him okay.
Maybe time MPP for buy. Time Muji NDC for no cross the carpet, so that he will keep his job. Into not doing say or bog game no. Oh yes, smart. So NDC or MPP ni. Into then one into that dynamics there no. This time round no. On the ground no. The NATO has worked tirelessly. She has worked tirelessly, and this is a new candidate coming. Only record be or collect. Into any toss up. collect content, we stay in the camp of and this whether they like it or not. There are a lot of dynamics. It's true. There are local politics. There are local politics, and there are national and regional politics. And what I would say is that an important thing on Million and Casa Council.
So, me person here national one. Name back to the constituency. For example, akwa babio say wabejo any. Fache say o chair wo down ho. Prof, now you share from special voting, you know. You name the course who under special voting, no near there. And coming back to this, the special voting, does it tell us anything? There, Baba, because we know Baba yet a trend analysis BCCR for governance bureau, a research bureau. I almost a party be anyone of my share records from 92. Obenya 50+1. Until I just say you're headed towards a second. That's a suggestion. Say it's likely say you be second round. But all the special voting, voter turnout, they of course not to one. What do you see from our readings?
Yo, me that's it. I'm say, wa pacha kakra many anje ho, but my main fancy say, and say o ma obi better na from 8 o'clock, 1 hour 30 minutes now.
Prof 8 now do how? Because 8 na me wa. Yes, because na me wa before 8 now ni ha.
I mean come as
but Prof, I won't also allow you to misrepresent. Prof, I know there. With all due respect to you, I will also not do that because I was here before 8 o'clock and you were not here. I did not see you in makeup or anywhere. You were here way above 8 o'clock. But I also want to throw my corrections out there.
All right. Unim say make masem.
8
o'clock. Na me make am mo
because I know na do me ne one na now. So unim say make masem.
When me an now.
Me no one na now star bite. Me no one na now star bite. They no be me buga bia wa anda.
Come masem. Me say o ma me met na 8 o'clock na me start the program 1 hour 30 minutes later.
Prof, Okra and the agreement you had with me was obekwa football and come at 9. Prof, I will not allow you to misrepresent me. Say, and no najo, me no one and I'm star bite. See, go back to election issue.
Mami, when me come asem, what the mami kasa, you're wasting time. Me say, don't let me come here and wait for 1 hour.
You have not waited. Your own professors. Prof, go to the issue.
30 minutes.
Prof, go to the issue. Prof, go to the issue. Go to the issue.
But we have a lot of things to be doing. Oh, send you adin kankan. Ye nya da je any exercise. Into nka Saturday dey nka me koye training kaka. One hour ka asema me nko. Ana ma me di 1 hour 30 minutes.
Enya 1 hour 30 minutes. Prof, go to the issue, Prof.
Be sure that it doesn't happen.
Go to the issue, Prof.
Next time me banner say me be chewa.
Go to the issue, Prof.
Walk away.
Also be kwa bobo 1 hour until go
all
to
right,
the issue.
So I'm happy some stating point. And please take it with all seriousness and now, special voting. Yeah, nipa bebre cast coming events cast their shadows, but it went well. It went peacefully. It's about voting of some 109,000 people out of almost 17 million Ghanaians, and it went well. Now, I catch will be said it went well. Now, be some said, nah, could it have gone wrong? Because the caliber of people are characterized and as classified almost as special voters. You know, as soldier for Moon Central for some other people, they are people who ideally, you know, raso. But don't forget to say, and even though special voters, you know, around the place they are voting, you have people who are not special voters who would go there and sometimes if they want to cause mayhem, and some person could do it to trust and be me. So it went well. But I don't think that it is representative of whatever is about to come, or it shows anything about in terms of whatever is about to come in Normandy. Among four binom say or more special voting no or mako the or my exit polls. Now, as I say, Ghana for polls, depending on wherever where you stand, your resources influence. If you say exit polls, you know, Mr. President Akufo-Addo enyabe 60-something%. If you say Mahama exit polls, but sir, special voting, you know, the about one in our good ballot boxes no more own. Yes, silly political parties in our musil, esha no more they call. Amure baby a police for keep o motuo ne agyan na se for na o keep e wo ho yen kan ena yeto aba ni na wi special voting no kra no ye miesu enkenkan enhu se we wini wa ha na akoye nsunsuanso obi de gina so e de determine se yento ma we ananto nti no mo ye exit polls no amo nim se clearly meaning say it was based on witchcraft and I say exit polls because it's not scientific and omokeka kan sa de to infutro egu ni peni number 3 adibi wo ho a me hu ya na me won kakra some of the security personnel omoko ho no omo omodin e register no so anu ya back. Number 2 mumu bebre ya nka mo qualify as special voters no and so you couldn't get your name on the voters roll. One challenge and say it's a challenge that keeps recurring. Say every election year bia no ye beto aba some people will not find their names on the voters roll. They bia must it this is something that we cannot perfect. This is something that we cannot correct. In my view, it is a disservice to the mandate of the commission to allow 1 or 2 or 3 recurring challenges. I know the idea making. I'm saying it and I'm daring everybody in the election administration say every election year there is a late start of polls in some areas. This particular year make say more money see. But they should not say ye be yere ye say enema bi wo ho a a challenge ye man nya dey NC. You know, the other bit is that election security may be a bit delayed. And more in central for a mobile report and also no report and also be delayed. Just say more went to me and vote on the special voting day. No, just a more in term and more to aba. Now, no, how about if there is late start of
police for no credit?
And you know what you're supposed to provide security there, but how now register? I see could now on term. Okona say Okoton for where Afia say be better also ya why na obe di nim and process need delay. Now until election security no ebe delay and now reporting no so enya dia e be betumi aban in 10 term. This has been what we have done since 1992. So special voters or move vote at a certain time. And you know, M1 said this time you have quite a huge chunk of special voters are into me and many anjeho. The other bit is that ye call hono ye who say nkofo a ya to omudin say omo ye special voters no ebi no ye niam bia na it did not typify their features as special voters. A special voter, you are supposed to be discerning. A special voter, there, unimode. A special voter, there, never be or ordinary party people. May sure say when you met you say, a binumu omo to abano omo the camera. Yes. Omo abana matono. It doesn't make sense. You see, apart from the fact that it runs afoul of our constitutional provision, the idea of secret balloting is also rooted in political theory. You see, J.J. Rousseau argued that for the general will in every situation to be experienced and to be achieved, voting on every matter should be done by secret balloting. Say obi to aba as if phone na it doesn't just obi cry intimidate obi na sure say kwoto aba na party na party B na or insist say ade we atwa na nhwe sa intimidation and so
into party say twa no etiamra
it undermines the concept of secret balloting. Who twa na dey akochiro obi na it doesn't help. Afei the other bit is me say me hu say in the lead up to the elections, a few things happened. Mete say President Mahama send message be uti ahoya sa message special voters, particularly the security agencies. But this was that it happened around the time there was a little confusion between some national security operatives and
police
I'm saying interdiction. I say yes, Baku be a national security operative. VM say or boss siren or
siren there.
Or using a siren and no expect say nkasoje ni no every man kwan. Me nim so man kwan say one man kwan say see ya on okobro na me say so that one na Michelle camp on me say omobufu ye pa na enya de papa. Inti around the time na President Mahama send this statement they catch on say look muntu abama me no na at the same time na omonso omobuefu national security operative no na eya akoye political capital be, you know, for President Mahama. But quickly, I heard that, in fact I read that the presidency also issued a statement condemning that act and actually interdicting sa national security operative na or yes na no na maybe some who say, you see, siren now this idea, who has the power to use siren in Ghana? The usage of siren is prescribed by law. Ghana is not a lawless country. When police ni your friend is saying ambulance fire service bullion vehicles from the Bank of Ghana and other recognized security agency vehicles bina obi no kwan so obey siren. In fact, the law does not even allow the president of the land so use siren when they come. A president who person uses ukobibia who use motorcade, a minister, a member of parliament who person who uses a year you have no right to fix sirens on your car. But minister for interior. I say me pentem no am motorcade then ediwenim. Na say ni akoya ne say obia to me use siren. Abufra kitikiti small boy bi a wenya ayi appointment bi na siren win nti say ayes amanfo ko Accra mall a omo use siren amanfo kohwehwe omompra no ma omo use siren te say obia siren minimum bia me can be minimum bia all wedding o use ne boss car na I siren sisu one me say o kon so me call wedding na me pentem na so we are abusing the usage of siren na nia ko ba ne say and there so be a kromfo a otoka otumi de siren ehye nti oba na so wakobokro no na so odwane a odu a na police for eren salutu no terrorists person omko attack e bi a mall a omutumi de siren ko omo ba be mo kwan omko omotu trasem omo dwane omo de siren. The usage of siren no is prescribed by law.
Okay. Me person go back to issue now you can, which is the national elections.
Mama say me preliminary one.
The way now preliminary comment.
Me do bibia. The other bit is me say electoral commission me say electoral commission turning Kofubi away.
Any a mask issue.
Mask issue during the special.
Your lawyer be about what the law says on that.
There be a dana me catch or say law no crano was not written by lawyers. Until mama I told the be a munjai law for na lawyer for no. Yeah, Ghana Bar Association they boycotted the process. Sure. 1992 constitution mandate my right to vote. We have the right to vote. It's fundamental. But you see the 1992 constitution gives us the right to vote, which is fundamental. Okay, but I'm sure say the framers of the 1992 constitution around the time more draw constitution, they never anticipated COVID-19. Okay. Well, there is a executive instrument that president also issue and make it mandatory say now Mati say omudu ho na easy for no etene nkofo a we say kwasho mask no na ebinum asore ka se da bi easy for ni right so ombe yesa no mo violating nkofo right to vote na se for the right to vote cannot be extolled over the right to life. And the exercise of your right, you see, your right to swing your arms, but it ends at where my nose begins. And the facts all right to vote, does not mean say and into ma kwan or COVID that faculty no so now science and
executive instrument e will to me ahoden chain.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that the following of constitutional rules should not usher us into a regime of robots. Constitution, so you have the right to vote. But if going to vote, it will end up infecting people and then compromising their right to life. Now, we cannot say your right to vote is more important than somebody's right.
In that case, in electoral commission for was in allowing or ensuring say and call for better remember lawyer will be one ya be no say executive instrument any constitution why. I'm
not even trying to say I'm not trying to say it. I'm saying that common sense.
But the common sense is also not working. Police station, people use their normal judgment. So the issue, what should happen?
No, what I'm saying is that Electoral Commission did the right thing by turning away people and asking them to go. One can say me my own trouble. But say corner cover mask and be. Edu baby me say edu baby no more my be no more mask ni be share. But niami take issue no has got to do with incophobia or most original say and say turning on my way.
Okay.
It is true. Say politicians, political leaders themselves, they have failed in leading by example in ensuring say their followers respect these protocols. Which rallies, mini rallies, na di to the beyond say all caution is thrown to the wind. But that doesn't mean say we know be electoral commission when they say that they want to insist that the right thing is done. Now all of a sudden would exploit some loopholes in the constitution and use it just for people to feel say me a popular. To me, I can't say me a man for. I don't think that it is the best.
Okay. Senior lawyer say. Executive instrument and mask our public places baby na constitution also my automatic and fundamental right to say when the 18 years na wadwe mu da honko ade a esese okoto aba abatonso ye to no public place obi ba na yase e amane nto to say the prof ka say see here special voting ko she mask
na bra
ansa na oba be exercise say fundamental duty say all right say oto aba na ye bumra na isi mumra na
where automatic right na any
it's the right to vote and you automatic
no you see the position is say uja di mfie dun otwe kono a ese so koto aba na no nye automatic na me borrow automatic and say I mean register na say man register so na me ba constitution is say ese some to aba ntimamento
okay
no right, absolutely.
Sir, you are stretching it to a level of the absurdity. Sana ya kana. The year na chese. What tie si abontene kora fa bibini kata hwena na wan. What tie si abontene. Me tie si abontene Jordan me kwa akoye de me koto aba. Mra no da den. What tie si abontene fa bibini kata wan. Odi akata wan. Odi dabi. Wakodro ne wam chese on fan kata wanu a ora ne subue the right to vote inti maba mame to aba ne bodaja ko bodaja uba ma no daso ba no so ebi the so wa wo so chi no fetia wanu kumo wo ko no wo shiko woni na gon ada the right to vote inti maba na no mame to you look at the Supreme Court cases, especially Tenadi. The decision in Tenadi. Somebody Abu Ramadan and Evans Nimakun 1. Abu Ramadan Evans Nimakun 2. NDC Electoral Commission 3 2020. It was NDC DM Cranson I consolidated. There's one
yes.
Among something consult. In all these cases, Supreme Court judge said, look, Electoral Commission ewo mra na se oye ne mra no o de ne mra na ye adwuma na se onche free kwa no so dia eno de court kora ntimi nkan kire ne se ya na se Supreme Court won kwane offer so you look at the articles no 45 40 na especially the NDC versus the Electoral Commission and the Mark something, Mark Benson also versus the Electoral Commission, consolidated 2020. Professor Cotti, who read the majority, they were reiterating the point and say, the Electoral Commission, no, and of course, it is not only the Electoral Commission, even the executive in Chai, judiciary in Chai, lawmaking body in Chai, when no, I'm not quite no answer. Sentina executive instrument to cry issue. Not executive instrument process of the issuance, and our legislative instruments issue. Not the process of the issuance, and towards the issuance, a chia if you can more. You can go to the court and the judiciary will crack the ship. And to walk to aba. Better walk or Marano de fundamental human right into Maba. Come on.
Into decision na easy take here o man kofo no koye no eye ne kwanso. Okay, into election day no obi a wamba even in constituencies omo de mo chair mo amaba na mo se mo chair free mask okay. Se mo ka se mo cheche free mask. Free mask. Obi si oni bi e wo pru ana sablugu na nton ba bi oni mask ni bia na say easy pamona o say sala
one thing si abontene o ti si abontene kura
even when a class enipa no oni akade a sika obetimi da kota mask no sala
ya ka mask na be ka na ebia chairman adeko kadea yi announce me de ya ewo ha ya na sabe misram ka sabe o misram ka nti ntoma ngo ya nkura no ya nkotela nkope ntwaso ya nkura no tell ni bia ya no mask no ma defense fa na ya complex announce na ya
but see entina me pese me busa because we konkura se ni bi na ade e fe no mask no obi ni otwa no ho se de nkro ni nti say if we make argument ni say on she na wan sha oduwa isi betimi apam na no
exactly
I said there is
I don't think that is fair.
No, but
you are talking about fairness in law.
Well.
You are talking about fairness in law.
But you see,
I cry hanum dia. Chamada dey coming.
Disagree with the two of you.
Because lawyers they am come about for chamada dey kasa.
Prof ne lawyer. Baby inclusive or villages bo am corona de omunti ni dimpo da. Omunti
it doesn't mean se corona ni o.
Meba. Omunti da. Yetina here can say we see word aspirate.
I wish I'm not a kind of I come down I was saying I'm not a kind.
Baby wo baby oshedo mask of crowd. I agree with you say anything can be a mask.
Exactly.
I agree with that concept. But if you are dragging it to the I'll use your word again.
Absurdity.
Thank you very much. Then it's going beyond bounds. You have to find a common ground. You have to find
the common ground is that bibi kata and one and what yes abontene. One from kata and one.
I don't want us to say that chinchrai no.
But it is an executive instrument.
Executive instrument but it is
PFI abontene. Before you get to the polling station, some mara ye dwuma unye si abonten a won hye mask was itumi chew.
That be program just aden na enye o minor say on election day no in order to ensure say prof nyabucho say obi abeto aba ni bi no o minor should provide mask to people.
Prof yes Ghana. Then US. Donald Trump. Okay, what you mask this any button was so here. Also, who
and the say,
oh, me onya koroda.
And the say,
onya be mobile. I'm
not talking about that he was abusing the law with impunity.
It's a very simple Trump. He's a bad example. Well, he's an exception to the in every logical argument, you don't use exception to prove the rule.
I'm just saying, sir, on no power a chance let's voted comment. The position regardless of what absurdities or no. Oh, say, I mean, I can't say Yaribana anymore.
Don't have to find example. If you near me, na make an secretary. I don't know, and it's not so much about the ordinary people crying complaining. The reason why I brought this issue up is that it is some lawyers who, in my view, just want to make a name for themselves. And now, this angle, almost try they want to argue it out. Ghana, Hano, near me when they say,
Prof, are you talking about so mom say one shall mask cry a mount cotton?
There is
no basis of the argument.
There's no basis in the law.
In the lawyers, the lawyers basis I call it
even lawyers now some
more gilling noise de hunu
I know
executive instrument and say oh tie sia bontena fakata ohene no one then the yisi no so constitutional change so no si adwuma in course of yisi na ye na adwuma o say meaning one man discretion constitutional right is a me
organize elections
oh ba you say enti wo ba fa bibi kata hwene no wano as to mask no on kan say fa kente de anase fa we anase we ena me ka je say ye nkura na kura se atelafo ye kwane be pam no ye sesa bibi ni wan o fa bibi kata hwene no wano then Afia you say na kura se ye ni mask aya mo man ya adwene say sabi you ka fra che ekura se for de ehia ya anya sika no kra beto mask no kra bi wo no ma kwaku mentuma go no efie bia no abaka wonya ntoma go no na ntoma go no se mini check am kwakoto aba ntoma go no ma hwane na ma posem
na wo de atese wo enda wo qualify as a man chamade wo po chamade we na nkopofo
baby wo ho a wo kwa the concept say sa yareba no omo de omo so omo baby omo te no omo nte da
antarwa no ankoto
no I don't know until that how so the ntawa no be ko
all ntarwa no ankoto
no rules
say until corona crowd
until
no de ayi akata
we've been to places places are your crowd
kasa minti wida
prof I don't say lawyer let's be realistic.
No, we should be realistic. We don't relax the laws.
No, I'm not saying.
You're moving on. You're going to then say make the point.
The point is this: Ayamra. And you say one teda, what thou, one teda, Ayamra. It must be enforced. You can't say per se. Ubia obeka cemented. You know, some people can violate the rules and tell you that I don't know. Into now court or mokachi say ignorance is no excuse and all that. You know, the reason why, as I said, the reason why I brought this issue up, had to do with the elites. Some lawyers are on percent.
I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue about the lawyers. I'm looking at General Deputy General Secretary Kai. Dynamics are from one. You're always dynamics are from one. It is probably different from the dynamics.
The dynamics is somewhere the jackal. Nakedness and the price against the laws of this country. You cannot understand.
Oh,
nakedness is against the laws.
Yes.
Something of
offensive conduct. And I say,
the jackal.
No, come village be nakedness against the law to them.
Yeah.
And against their tradition, but
no, the tradition. Any custom, any tradition.
What's the tradition? No, about the tradition, but against the law.
No, I am saying that any customary practice which is inconsistent with and in contravention of that traditional provision, traditional practice becomes null and void.
Oh, can law, but the chairman so chose oko ground one. Any pankasa mamra Ghana a tier constitution, but you're practicing anyway.
But it is wrong. For instance,
it is wrong, but we do one out now. Can say a registration baby. Mama, you come back to national issue, which is why this election.
I didn't conclude on what
no point. No point.
Yeah. When you see you bring two big politicians. Because
you should be ready for a debate. You should be ready for a debate.
Two big politicians. Brian waje asem make up no waje na so waje
point your commercial break about point no
I'm saying that the practice where a lawyer for nyema bi koso na senya instead saying na there will be a national or elite consensus and says ade we di enye nti na yen kasa enye no ubon se nkofo bi afechiri kwan ama fechiri no mo se ye de pese ye kofoa na enye no so na because we want to provide legal obi koye ade bi etutra sam kro say me lawyer no wa sorry me na me kodi echi nti saa ne seso na amanfo eto de bi anya oman ni yeye na mo eto de bi na omo de per market for themselves me de bebi a the whole nation kasa ade enye no me de me pese me call defend the obi right or obi a wa violating ya ye kasa enye no. I just want to offer a certain defense and interpretation of the law and explanations that makes me look good and attractive to clients or potential clients. I feel say, no, in our effort to develop our nation. Yes, it's a one share max means it is something that that executive instrument in the buy. I didn't hear any lawyer challenging the president about it. Until say, challenging and fan quarter. Emera so see ebe to aba mama yenhwe say ye this executive instrument no and the other COVID protocols no ye de be ye adwuma se ne be ya obi nkobu so na afa yare na nye de entu atese last one say this year there's been many countries that have conducted elections na omo the COVID protocols so eye adwuma de den that's how come on conduct elections the anti say yare na den akoso no ti enja say bibia ye pese ye kire say ye de ye nimmbra you always want to be controversial you always want to take a certain position that makes you attractive to people and make you sell your trade. I think it is something Prof, that undermines national development.
Notwithstanding what you said, other countries, they make sure, say, at least, even they provided the resources, they provided the mask. When you get the police station, there's mask for you if you haven't gotten it, to take it. Well, in our part of the world, I agree, say, you can take any cloth to pretend that it's a mask. You can, that's pretension. Well, we haven't got the resources to provide every potential voter in case only be the marks. So that's why I'm saying there should be a human face. The law is there. The law is there. I don't mean jinchin or law no. But in our circumstances in this country, you should look at the dynamics. I keep wanting to use. I keep using. No, bring the word. No, because so yeah. I say spray no.
What's it that?
Yeah, spray.
I mean, you dynamics in Libya. For them to tell you dynamics. I
Then you watch say, oh yeah, hano, oh yeah, me wa hano. Obia, e kamini chamana de adwen say eka. We dey anko mine no issue Ghana government now dey mask as part of the electoral materials now dey for mask can ho ko ba bia nipa ni bia you don't send the person back
so but you see the caliber of people you see Afia team patcho the caliber of people who violated this provision no they are not special voters
but you look at the holistic
no I make a point to be ya woda no ye hia the national security that NDC top guru scheme MPP top guru scheme EC by chief of staff by my no sentiments are man for kind no Dr. Boss wants oh ye be so ye be hwe in fact ye wie no no kra no me general secretary kan no ye ka say o ne ye bobobo ye nipa no bebrama ne na ja obi mfa bi ensin nche ne baby but enya empathy colors
that's correct
enya empathy
no plain one so white
here be enya empathy colors
that's right
into Afia state no easy will provide
oh na o min ka say me nyina nsi ni pinsi ni ta so be provide but na no ye kan no ya woda ya Afia da memenda ya ye ko wie meeting no be ye nonu
okay
enti maame no ka say o hwe a ye nyina ye hia no ye ka maame no so ye be say enti wo so mbehwe ne ya wo mbeye yenso ya getum say ya bobo ya candidates na mane now binuma per standby I believe chairman
oh yeah
but the law is that entaro hena no one
okay mama yanko commercial break
just before that you see there can be no development without talking about the need for the frontiers of the state to be rolled back ye keken ho bibia eni aman mfambra edua aban mfambra bibia aban mfambra sa freebies na de bia aban ye bibi no it makes the presence of the state overbearing na say yes there cannot be development enti no yenya say bibia aban na enye me say omo ayesumo omo no it is possible say this is not even their issue I want to believe that these special voters who went to the various polling centers are not mentioned. They are deviants. No, Biana. After all, yes, special. But you bet me a commercial.
Okay. I was a mama make out. You say, oh, here live or UTV. So critical issues that no pay a day abroad. Still, you try election 2020 as they say. You bet here from another group say a governance research bureau. I'm say about one a bet pie. Nobody can get 50 plus 1%. There are other research. For instance, there are now two professors. Researchers here or University of Ghana Political Science Department enye department in a research but omo ye adwuma e wo honum omo research nso chair say MPP be winning but next thing polls o say MPP be win Dr. Nia Amudako Australia extra there ho no ma say Ghanaian lecturer ono so ye ne trend analysis to say the governance research bureau for the aya o say Mahama e be win elections no chairman Adeko ka say ono an so commission ko bi so omonya research omo say Mahama e be win elections no san e na ekọ ye be call proper into that na man no be why ono so ye ground analysis the ground analysis is just be
research ya bofo on the ground
I think on the ground
you be win pa just about one touch
na no be why ye na me ma unya bu chenkom ye ko a national numbers me busa for ba sesi a UTV na hwe
o Africa na
Your silence may ye when someone who be a coswa after education, your education was with the young no remuneration. But free senior high. Yes, Oba also be gunu.
Government cancer.
Yes, Oba free senior how be gunu campaign how do I call you now? Say.
Anka ebetime we are recording mpacho cut Banchi, bring my phone person me baby. Videoing. When I launched, me launching progressively free SHS.
abusia for some makwa ababro live UTV so critical issues and no pay ye de bro no say the abato no connect no very very interesting. It will bet me follow a live with social media platforms na na do comment abana Afia bon komo no at the end of the day ni obi a mpedifom tie o my analysis and o mo che o madwen obi ready on the ground ba wo na akoto aba no nti che said your vote no ebeko I don't know say you will be more omunye decided that Joada Monday and son on be decide ya ebehu said the midi kan say na commercial break nkofo bebe and I analysis Dr. Nia Mudako Australia say Mahama be we need this election governance research bureau che say about on be pai ebeko second round because obi enu a obenya 50 plus 1%. Lectures be go University of Ghana Legon omode omoye che say nanado ebe wini benefsin post che say nanado ene ebe wini o lead ahead of in any case last 2 days and yama baby about last week aya etehun say about one of beson na afa na obi pulling last minute card for instance there's a video be about bontia enye admissible because the intensive video no baby so the video is not really an issue confirm say NDC4 and they buy allegedly na NDC4 so say nyomo ne momo wo baby and almost so obi wo video no ma oya quiet say nanado I won't say that because legally no we haven't tested it to prove that asumesi and I say obentin or jisika bi ewo envelope mu. So I'm just trying to be on the safe side so that Ochamin could not call for defamation. That's why I'm using those words. Nipana said, President, or GBB will envelope mu. NDC4 claim said they are not in the video, but they are claiming that Nipa I didn't know envelope no Yesika. On which basis there are 2 videos be about bunting. This week yeah so and final week there's another video be I know say a compilation of some of the things NDC4 can about free SHS. Finally to the point NDC4 so normally free SHS by. And there are videos from 2016 NDC4 kasa say almost all lie be lie. BBA free be anya no kre and a free SHS na nya adwuma it will take Ghana 20 years and sani to me a free SHS but the reality is say here at Ghana hey free SHS is working. Problems were home accommodation baby ankola na be de bi ni ho and na force you ma double track by but it's doable. Inti NDC na anya omo propaganda here na said yen and MPP force so na mpa mo akwa akwajiska MPP explanation omo dey aba so far say 2016 video party t-shirt kan na opposition leader bi eni won ma party t-shirt omo say it's a video na allegedly na ye president Ekufuado fie wo Nima inti that time na onye president ti dey nkofo ka no ye ma obi esika in fact me kwa me hu another video bi a president Mahama ko ohini bi ahifie and I won't say the I am for Ghana tradition call him be also the envelope drinks snap or the call and on the envelope can one be the ma president mama and or no the ma or hin no so je in that case den ni nyina hwe wan samaka by the end of the day chance ye pese ehu national numbers on when they be winning when they be lose chamade ko kama me start free once and ya prof no more very soon you radan kokuboche okre MP fact of free consultancy enti na dada on to me be do and am quite so traffic catching but obomo mo dey be do answer na pon program no una ye chairman my analysis ni ade this election when na who say per momo readings am ye NDC headquarters when they winning
oh na ti that make no dynamics no has shifted in apart from dynamics, there's a lot of problems in the country. Among for Obiashwe na system, President Kufwana can system na for tuaba. It's among for sure more system, no more than tuaba. For propaganda, we know the voter no or no at the end of the day no be making up his mind say. Me call this way and then me call that way. So far, as a political party, yes, so Juma ya yewo constituencies now. I will say ye claim me back no so. Yes, so ye just there. Those things are here no to any to a benefit. As far as Greater Accra is concerned, no, let me stick my neck out. So this time round, Greater Accra the winning majority of the cities. Will be in the majority. 2012 when the majority, na Lucy 2016, and those is Lucy Mikacho said it was due to certain internal problems. Once you are able to resolve those internal problems, no, I'm very positive there. It will turn out. But I'm
more comfortable leaders. I said the all can say dynamics is in the favor of NDC. Other than Nkofo Kasa more desperate. For instance, free SHS, any one am the buy. But NDC was comfortable and confident enough say mona mo de NDC. Is that not a sign of desperation? Sa video here ba bontin ko for say mona mo de buy. Is that not a sign of desperation? Say why desperate say last minute two person will jib by hook or crook. If it is comfortable for you, and indeed I expect baby to say for Sergeant Pomaka said NDC was doing well because time Mama Tiami do assemble it was even doing magic for NDC. Tiande na mo sande e no so beka ho.
No. Politics no edu baby everything goes. You are trying to say NDC the first and foremost. Maybe so a baby bodam nkawa be fedua. Bodom and dog and cow be fedua.
On kawa. Say you have no reason.
Exactly. So bodom kawa no be fedua.
Nti bodom be na waka NDC.
Meba tape a wo kan wase. Obi na NDC na the tape ba say Bibi ba.
Mo you want press conference?
No. Before a day or two before, a tape came out. Say Obinuma to say fake Bibi Banti. They are giving you the correct version of what Asama Eba. Where did they start it? Obi not any day. No, the Bibi ba out. I think Monday or Tuesday. Say what's Bibi? Now Asama Eba no. This is the true version. What do you know Asama Eba? Nem bisa se bodom enkawa we fedua and I understand what I'm saying. Exactly. So who cause up
into obi na dey buy ni pa kon no dey buy no
obi pa kon na buy
enye NDC na mo commission dey buy no
obi if you want me as
me busa question.
Listen, let me speak English so that you understand better. Say we train no me chede mudami baby muso na pano na mu hu social media there ibi the tape bi about there ibi rigi donation oji abadabade obi donate party na what there bibi baba oye contrary to what honor chere that as ibi ambisa wasam ibi ambisa wasam it is a idea awu ezi eyini be no ina nipa ko no so no so ofi there okita the true version of ours be no so the be it's here and this not the be so let's get that straight but I don't want us to dwell on that. Okay. I mean that my politics no I don't want to dwell on that.
But chairman, for the party itself to show the video
because
no check them mo aja to that adeni genuine. But did the party take time to test it?
Yeah.
To them my lawyers for work court what your evidence and they will test it to make sure that you will pass the test or you
are you telling me that all the exposés now oba videos oba around no or test and so on odeba
mohe
video pia you
no they in court.
No, they don't come to court.
Yeah, but this is a party. This is a political party entity. Before what be agreement today at the you press conference. No, tell them what I to there.
Nipa krona odu azinaba first no. You be ambe you. Get you are not getting
be ambe.
On Monday or Tuesday no. There was nothing no video going out by the NDC. Yenfe video be ambe. Obi na Monday morning no. What the video but two there it be o donate BBA as o donate no or your campaign money. It be me say be asam. Na be so the bodom nkawa. Enfe dua. Nti e fi the bodom kawa. Na aso dua e twen. Nti awuzi be no na ntakuna on pakuna oye recording ankasa no. And it's also the version number 2 YouTube. I mean the first place I move YouTube. YouTube do. That's the place I first saw.
So but then NDC I don't know.
Until I will ebe na elma version no. In what about YouTube? Yes, you have the version of the YouTube no. Yeah, the reba. That I see. We can go look. We can ask so many critical questions on that tape.
Okay.
We can ask so many questions. Because you are discerning. You can ask so many critical questions. I don't want us to go into that area. Don't say that NDC is desperate. because of the
I'm not saying that.
You are asking.
I'm asking that.
Yeah, desperate. That's what I'm saying, that we did not start the whole battle. We did not start it. That's the first principle. Now, you're talking about free access. Mukra Desada, Dr. Prof. Mukra Desada, 1968. Now, Mukra Form 1. No, Doc, I'm saying, no, Manana, Prof. No, Manana.
How can I say?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So you just want to bully him there?
Mukra Desada, 1968. Mukra Form 1.
But you still look fine.
It's not being contested.
No. That my school. No tuition fee or you free.
No, you're free.
Tuition fee.
Okay.
Time I go school, tuition fee.
And tell me how many times put na tuition fee.
Tuition fee.
But we were paying other things.
No. No, you pay other things. Yeah, one man list is a school uniform, a library, but tuition, no, it was free. That I say. What I'm trying to say there, the concept of free school, on yonder no chassis.
Jamade, we understand, but free SHS.
Oh, you see, you have now added SHS.
Okay.
You have added SHS.
To my qualifying.
No.
Okay.
Let me show there. Time I school, I was enjoying it.
Okay.
Tuition free.
Okay.
Bia, come come time was chassis no. No chassis, nothing territories. Nothing territories. No ben abrofo no na Ghana fo. Your population was about 6 million. Time I was woman. Now me free. Now your population was 6 million. Into those things, no.
Your point is
the things that we are beating drums, sir. No,
okay.
My professor. About no hano. I can't say be. I just common a mask hearing me. Yeah, you free beside me free the about the essay the frontiers of the state, no. So all of a sudden, no, all of a sudden you have all become now you are arguing there who is giving more freebies, who is not giving more freebies, and it is undermining our.
But Chamade, Mami interview because I can be because the point is also clear. The NDC, you said that free SHS will take 20 years. That's one too. There's a video of NDC for Otukuno to that effect. Okay. One okay.
Blessed memory. Blessed
Leocran.
Let us situate this.
Leocran. But Chamade, correcting. What's it? Akaka. NDC candidate na MPP candidate no Kole clothing. Ese no ye NDC nyi no ba.
Listen do ye mo correct be there.
Also amba opedo clear. Daniana recommend ama City and Waste Daniana. Mom cut them there. Mom waste the time. Prince Afia, good morning. Daniana, you know. Mr. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Pacho Boko there. Pacho Chairman Ade is still contesting. Say, Oko NHI, you know, NDC for Nedo Oko now. O cross a carpet by MPP just to secure your job. Time I who say MPP for so muyi NDC for no. He still contesting. Say that is the record. Wabon Crawford into Daniana Nedo ma Sylvester Mesa. Pacho now say oh yeah correction say yes Anet. Go ahead.
No watching no kakra on say no watching no
no insist still as Anet here no body.
Are you not a friend of Daniela who recommended you to Sylvester Mensah to employ you?
But Mr. P also na Daniela and Sylvester Mensah you are done for.
The name is Mr.
Deborah, okay, Deborah, yes. Appear Deborah, yes.
Thank you. We joining National Health. We joined in National Health as a professional staff, as audit manager in 2011. But I went through the process. Yet, for me, I went for an interview, was shortlisted and qualified to become the audit manager at National Health Insurance Authority. It was not a political appointment. It is I joined in because I've been a member of the MPP since '92. And that is not everybody associates. Obianim was to said, I've been MPP from day one. And it is although I crossed over to the MPP just to secure my job. That's factually inaccurate.
Okay, but okay. Intina no press Daniana ne Mr. Sylvester Mensah ya wadan fofo. Ba na wo ye adwuma ho no.
Sylvester Mensah was my
boss
CEO at the time. He was the CEO at the time. And Sam and I as audit manager. We got to work very closely, and I have enormous respect for him, and he does the same for me. But it was a professional relationship. It has nothing to do with politics.
Okay.
Mr. Samantha and myself, we never discuss politics. And Otin said he called for MPP parliamentary candidate recently, so I know anyone.
Okay.
Are you lucky there? Are you lucky there?
Mami now I say, Mr. Debra. Mami now I say.
Are you lucky there? Are you lucky there? NDC executive.
No, also he went there as a professional staff.
Are you lucky there? NDC for you play you do MPP ni. And before the way you easy.
But if he's a Ghanaian, if he's a Ghanaian competent Okuta certificate as an auditor, NDC would have removed him just because of MPP. That is not fair. That's not how to build a nation.
Prof no way. Nana Obru no way. Our political discourse over Hano. NDC ni MPP ni ba NDC ni with all his professional qualification, CEO of Ghana Gas or CEO of GNPC. Let's be realistic. Look, let our politics be realistic. I mean, moba politics are moba mpe that my hypocrisy no. You baka no quarrel. You baka no quarrel. I don't like those hypocrisy. I the man. Then you are above board.
The situation which we find ourselves, yawo obi MPP ni mapa. Waware NDC ni.
Chairman of the president. If you go to
do you know
NDC this is not do you know what some analysis we are about and the so joining a very soon.
Do you know the problems that has caused him?
No, me catch you.
Bring me show. That's what I'm telling you the dynamics, you know. What I say. That's what I'm telling our politics.
Okay, Mami call professor, but here Adam Kokuboche MP but also on Tenase, so MPP for but nobody. I told you we ever know where much am I then. Let's say now we struggle so program. Come on, but we say MPP panel, but sometimes that's the struggle. No, Prof Nyanko he's here with us. Me person share numbers no what map no so no because this issue about say I didn't bet me flip it.
Segment here, okay. Now you are talking about the polls.
The polls, national one. What do you see?
And James said, now what come, Mr. Chairman?
I go for consent.
If it's about the polls, then I can have my pick.
Yes, but
so, this is typical of every developing nation, and we call even advanced countries, you know, like America. Now, you have different polls coming out with different results, and in Bribi, a American polling system, nanka very accurate. But I'm saying, so my value parties are into. I know. Almost to me, yeah, polls be a to the beer. I'm far so. Sana, yes, from 1992. You have different people coming up with different polling results. Now, for sending our kind, ABC a polls no my no MPP for a be a being so aba and say NDC for be winning. It means to say a pie. Now you ask yourself, say a damn methods no you see na nipa ben na omoni omo ekasai. near media minim my position on these polling systems, polling in the lead up to our elections. And they say, see, human beings are the most unpredictable objects of study in every scientific inquiry. You cannot predict them. So, okomo dena senia okasa a different. Senenia jia senia okasa a different. And I say onye educated and so senia okasa no a different. So when I was doing my national service in Kumfi Kumpuano, there was this woman that I wanted to interview also as part of my research. I went to her and I asked her my preliminary discussion, background of the person. Then I asked, Aunt Pochwe, how old are you? Then she looks straight into my face and tells me, Ahebi. Ahebi means 200. Okay, so I thought she was even being cheeky. And then said, oh, Aunt, what do you mean by Ahebi, 200? Then she looks again at me and says, Yerama can be, Wasu can be. So we can bargain the age. If I think that the 200 is too much, we can bargain. And that tells you the literacy level of people. Into such a person, every response that was being given, I took it with some trepidation or with a pinch of salt. The person is not really lettered to be able to understand anything. And I think, I don't know whether these pollings, sampled people who are floaters, because floating voters. Yeah, I've always argued that, you see, if you go speak to MPP core supporters or NDC core supporters, there are results that you will get. You see, our partisan support in political science, there's something we call partisan alignment and partisan de-alignment. You see, partisan alignment is just say, obey your MPP near, we are the day or MPP ni, or your NDC near, or your NDC, we are the day. Well, now, so, sir, alignment in we are polarized into pure MPP supporters and pure or core NDC supporters. They don't usually crisscross. And you know, one here say poll be a better target your people who are not aligned and people who are not decided. Now sanko for now we are undecided. To the beer, it is difficult for them to make their mind immediately in the lead up to election. And we shall be answer na. Into no me there me minimum about these polls and say at the end of the day, I still, even up to the time that I was coming here, I know some people who have not even decided. Okay. Yeah, I know some people who have not even decided whether to vote. And
at all.
So there are people there like that. Well, and now always take note, say, we call them election kingmakers, floating voters, they are almost about 5%. Yeah. Okay, they are almost about 5%, and it is enough to flip the coin anywhere. And Afia, don't also forget that even though there are 11 political parties that are, I think, is it 10 12. Plus 1? Or 11 and then plus 1. Most of the political parties, apart from the NDC, MPP, now are not being heard. But this new party, GUM, is also making a lot of waves and incursion. Okay,
even more than CPP.
They are doing well. And you know, we share minimum say post a factor number one, floating voters, and then also the sudden uprise of a party like GUM. Minimum say they took them into consideration. What I want to say in conclusion about this particular issue, and I say at the end of the day, December 7, there's no point in either being overly excited about polling results or being overly worried about polling results in our part of the world where human beings are so unpredictable. You cannot predict any, and but
Prof, so are you saying says our post when cannot be scientific as the echoes on the ground said na no everybody say post no na ground so
I do not want to say it cannot be scientific. No, I can only say that if I have access to their methodology and I interrogate. But so far, all the pollings you are talking about, minimum the methods that they used. So I am unable to point to the scientific nature, their scientific nature. So I cannot comment on that, but all that I'm saying is that human beings are very unpredictable, and so political parties have a lot of work to do in making sure, say, what can what was see at the end of the day, you know, December 7 and the election.
But Prof, are you in teenagers? Oh, sir, ebe pie we unjindi. Second round no.
My dream no ni obe win no obe caught one touch. Yeah, my dream no ni obe win because at the end of the day the floating voters they will by all means decide where they want to go. And you know minjin this say obe caught run. Even though Gum is making a lot of incursion. I think say you be winning straight away.
I see.
Again, soon gujem you say a call run and then as for we don't want that. I think you better one ya turn up na you
Nana, Ebeko one touch and I say Ebeko
one touch.
What do you also see on the ground?
Afia usrane manu nikane. Usrane manu nikane.
Na say na man ni no na say asan to adi tu Ebeko.
So usro say ye win overwhelmingly. Nti usro dia kopem to me kata uti. Usrane manu nikane. No, see, I'm saying this because my dear Abatro Nachia from 1992. 1992. Na ye ko back na 2012 na omo wie ya ye bobo em say MPP alusu no. I said look nwiamu wom. So we should go to court. Me kan wo ma ye dey kan say MPP mama ya nko court.
2012 there.
2012 there. And ye make jaya manyosem. Lo and behold, nipa no be. O san fiti ase na ebinim twetwe wo mo.
Ba mo kokota anye hwe.
Yeah,
but no pronounce the mama say
if you take the Supreme Court decision delivered on 23rd August 2013 now we find your judges no na Atuguba kan ye, Badagbe kan ye, Rose kan ye, Animyabua kan ye, eni Julius Sansan kan ye, ni Adinyira kan ye, Akoto Bamfo kan ye no. Ufa now can in of Bakuma Doche and then Bafuboni. Ufa now can oh say oh Debbie.
The court did not conclude saying we
are say Debbie. What look at what
I just Doche and money are there and a Bafuboni Muneka saying community rerun. It was specific area but
so far we are one. Look at what Atuguba said. Atuguba read the last page of Atuguba. Sa court was some way abano. Ama yahu niema bebre wo yabatu mu. Na migidi se ne yahu ene nsusu ya ye beye no. Ebema yabatu adaache ye beto no. Ebema enkoye ne yahu ne ye no. Enti okan o say recommendations. Na Atuguba kan yenye register for yenye say. Read what Atuguba said. Can you what Doche and Bafuboni said? Sir, you better tumpa dia. Just say you koto abano wo baby eba. And this is one.
And no me win.
Share Julius Sansan, Rose, and Nimiabua. On the on in fact, Nyama bebrebe amfa. Even if you look at Adinyira and Kra, or I just said the petitions no anti-man prove to the satisfaction of the court. One prove to the satisfaction of the court. So even legally no considered no. It says no make as a majority of the judges no they ruled they dismissed the application legally because 9 sat on it. Majority no we dismiss the application. We are for name them apart from Akoto Bamfo, apart from Badagbe, then apart from Atuguba can see peace we don't just say you
but omo nyina so conclude say Mahama win elections no legitimately omo majority no conclude not
who are the majorities.
Why do you need to know them and say
I'm saying there is a particular judgment who majority na woman no because you can talk about Akoto Bamfo, you can talk about Badagbe, then you talk about Atuguba Miensa and the woman they were so clear. Doche and Bafuboni were not so clear. What I say, I can't money you. Into one more I can not majority. And then I just say, and people for who 2012 then some way 2013. No 2016, I'm saying you be fear ni pa. You be fear ni. ye be yere fi ya ni ene yere ne nsen ye ma obi a onye eligible or qualified and am say voter region complacency apathy bepoa
NDC. Yeah, no, but if you look at a map now,
look at Fifi Kote had 77,000. Fifi Kote had about 77,000 in 2012. Check the results.
No, but compared to the previous, we'll track it.
And because Fifi Kote has 77,000, most of them.
But what are you saying? 77, and you're realistic.
I'm saying it's better than realistic. 2012,
77,000. No, Fifi Kote concerts, and you're realistic.
2016, when you're saying. 2016. Dude, 2016, we have about 30,000.
When I just come back to the board.
Go back to the board.
And look at 2012. And the moment pull it 2012.
Almost all the MPs,
2016.
All the MPs in voter region. Ko pulu. And some of my
again, o point in
the point is say MPP for
NDC
so MPP number 2016 on me said this time will be extra vigilant. The end results. And I come MPP winning. Because from 1996 number in Accra. Now we have voting party now. Then your MPP here vigilance. And then cooperation from the pooling agents. The MPP's own pooling agents. Vigilance and cooperation from the MPP's own pooling agents. Because some of the cases in Libya, let me put this on record. Lawyer BNY, why cases, power Ghana parliamentary, Chairman Obribwan, from 1992 to Afia. Cases are court, challenging election 1992 to Ghana, how lawyer BNY. Why more cases?
You are still insisting so
baby.
Mama Chima, Prof, I was to settle this matter. Whether or not, because you see, I don't know about vigilance corner or because a electoral, okay, some let my vote count. Yeah, new voters register. Into the normal registration and the Koto Abano. But to me, we need about 1 million votes.
When that is the vigilance.
Vigilance.
Yeah. When Charlotte appeared before the commission, what did she say? She said that Amman Zule created polling stations.
That was also an allegation. When to me,
it was Charlotte herself.
Yes, Charlotte herself.
A confession by Charlotte.
To be fair to Charlotte Osei, there was acrimony among commissioners.
I'm not talking about that.
We cannot take it. We are lawyers, senior lawyer. We cannot take it. Yes,
that is a confession by the chairperson.
That's a confession. Lawyer say a test confession in court.
Credibility. Who made that confession?
It's a lot to say. I'm more MPP for my question credibility.
For some of the question.
You are taking it as
that be my question. Okay. So I'm saying is be concluding message vigilance and MPP for the two of them. No MPP for no winning in 2016.
Okay.
And luckily for the MPP, luckily for Ghanaians, luckily for democracy, register no my for. Or my registered for. Anything I have registered no. O share baby. Say where the paper register or more no more inflated figures no.
And when they inflated figures no.
With the support and assistance of the then Electoral Commission.
Now, NDC for me it's more easy.
And I'm calling it who can stolen
and therefore
stolen
but that was way back. I mean, they all came to say, well, we need all this election. But point to crown and competition and now why do you think we'll be winning when all the survey, and that pie, two, the common MPP
survey.
Into all the
because of Prof say look already onye ingredients now am dey here solve any other no me dey say me hu say me hu yo I will not place probative value on the service me because I'm running down those service me because oh mon fama sam nko debi mwaka maso we yate maso we dey nteye and dey me ntehwe I am winning I'm closing to victory.
Okay.
Overwhelmingly.
Okay, that's my tape. No, Abania, you are cruising to.
After tape, me answer how should I answer?
But my name, Chairman,
come here, answer 100.
Okay.
You see, Afia, once again, I do baby. The shaman or something, of course, I don't know, catch the prof. 1979. Hey, I'm gonna pay na pay. You be not it. I'm fetching home. No pay. A friend Bangala below. No support to PMP. Dr. Hilali man. Bangala below. Ara na ape PMP. Ora abekwa na de. Just that. Bangara below say abekwa na de. Nti supporter. O the PMP na wo msembo no. Na ya abe. Nti ya abe. Obeto ama abe. Ofisa abekwa na de. The society no niema bebre no influence ebinim voting no. Enti no me nkase na ya analysis. Yeah, we. I'm saying that look. Because some people may the politics na munuache no register no for no abana me who say we no register we dey no kreni a letter men can say 100% there but a letter credible it gives me now problem me na sending nyane how to do the calculation how to do this balabos there's a constituency
and 10% now respond
that 10%
okay
there's a constituency bia and by ya afedie aka one polling station and people fat sikrum omo bo say ya wene ya see we hode nipa kura wo register no so no nipa kura wo nyina to man this e ba na abroso this tape matter incident is about 2016 the incident happened
for real.
No, I'm saying
this
is the response from the information ministry. The incident happened. So even if it is for real, assuming for the purpose of for real crampa, let's see 2016. Obi contested elections. Na Obi Kobuano. Na Obi Akoman so jiwe. Let me be very, very, very honest. Semiti SCA say Obi ye MPP ni mapa. Na me first say President Mahama ye na damfo. Na okomanu bibia. I don't think there is something wrong about that. MPP ni mapa.
Into Obi ma President Bibi.
No, I'm saying
for
the purpose of this discussion, because we heard the response from the Minister of Information. So na campaign era. So nya na ye reduce niema bebre to. Something I made a tape na asem no. Because people can be so diabolical and mischievous than some of these things. Me, I've been a victim of this. Tape. Obi will be a winning no MPP. Yashan wa America. Baby, your friend me na MPP to say you organize MPP. My boy MPP. Then back home in Ghana, nipa na fro tape. Say Afia Pokua minim professor, minim adekokai.
No afro no record o.
Na me no kasanti say mwa ben na wohiam se o ade me hia no bia me de 4-wheel vehicle say me metima nante na wa record na wodi bibia hyehyem na wa play I've been a victim and I'm saying that let us all use this opportunity to tell the whole world say in the Kubaji case and Abuna Pokua all these cases no Supreme Court na kire yen baby say tape no say ne nipa no ka no eya wudi sem wom eye boni wom eno de edane baby the Abuna Pokua versus the ADB Kubaji
case
yes. Kubaji versus Makalose and the others no Supreme Court am say ne o kana adwemboni wom a eda baby na say ne nipa no kan so adwemboni nso ni mu a eno so eda baby say ne me nipa no kan na wa record me na de bi osesem na wa bo mo ma wi ase ni obi antie say obri bwansi say ya do we have to encourage that as Ghanaians? Okay. Whether MPP or NDC or CPP.
In the case of Supreme Court decision, it's high ingredient now Supreme Court any tape wait
exactly.
Therefore tape non qualify.
Exactly.
Okay.
Ebi ni obribo tape no obi record no. But in your politics na sabi kafra. Asaya. Enka dem tikura na momien kan okra mo nyankopon say wo obribo ya wadamfo na hello yeah obri say na wa record Afia. I am saying that both MPP and DC and the Prof Amoti Amonya Manyosem. Yen na mo me condemn say sabi you. Some kurasesem no, nkurasesem no. Yenjai.
Okay.
I
hope someone you have not been a beneficiary of this
I am emphasizing on nkurasesem because I've been a victim and circumstances no. What I say. Nyame say yan kana kurasem me tia na meka. Adeko kani President Mahama and I say NDC ni bi I say ebi oni oba bi na dem maybe say na we nya sabe no because NDC ni no ukasa na de koka na ukasa na President Mahama and I so
in fact you can say Prof Kraso has been a victim of some of these things.
Yes, good. And then when you recollect
because in the case of Prof they are search for grades. Nipanupo was not his student. there was no student relations.
So when he sit down and really collect, and then Prof. Shia Obi, and then Prof. Obi Achro Bibi, can you feel very much worried.
Yeah. But mami ko ade go back to this issue. Na me busa me fi ade ho na me ba enti prof ho na me ba sometimes I get confused.
Prof Kasa, be Kasa.
Yes, I think prof you spoke. You spoke about it. Mami do reaction
video
ne. What can video no but 2020 dey na video ne. Na so mo wie mu ne ade no dey chamade unyia no. Enti chamade because na no people is even responding to Fifi Kwete constituency ne ade.
So many constituencies.
But for the national one, he said the reason why I'm winning by 1 million votes is because 2012 mu wie mu enti by 2016 no omo vigilance enti no mo antumi awie mu eno to no munya 1 million extra votes
omo so na fi ebe ye kese pa
more than 1 million
yes
eno nya normal trend the normal trend is party be a second term no vote no so take
I agree
prof confirming that studies
and that one I also agree
okay good
so party be no the second term so better but that people this one there will be an exception to the rule then ask me why the exception.
I'll come back. Chamade Kasa.
I see 2012 we election. I'm saying.
Musubane.
Oh.
From 19
Mani Kasa.
From no.
Asampa we are not joking.
No, Mani Kasa. Mani. Only that
August. We are not
joking. This has been a very nice discussion.
This is the first time me show me and you now. Me show mother.
Oh, I know me and you very nice. Very nice.
I don't want him to use those words. Oh, we won the election. Election from 1992. If you are going to talk about elections, there's always been problems. I mean, 1992, Rawlings time. Much stolen verdicts. Rawlings we election. 1996, Rawlings we election. It's election. Then be there. You know, MPP for there. Omu mantra. So omu lisi election. But obi ewiemu. Now omu wini de be ewiemu. Omu wini de be ewiemu. Me kase 2016 no. Omu wi election. Me kase Professor Kufo. It's a fair game.
But some can be Roger Metal no can say MPP for 2004 elections. So you remember?
But you see,
Roger Metal said it.
One thing about Professor Mills at that time, we felt that something had gone amiss. Even Obechabilanti of blessed memory. Omutina castle, no, declare, Omufra resource and answer. Yes, for.
I said, Mosumo, be comfortable lead press conference.
No. We didn't call for election. We didn't call. There are two things.
But you said you were winning comfortably. But supporters said
but we didn't call. There are two different. You called for more winning. They had the press conference for more winning before electoral commission came to announce the elections, and that is what we felt. Professor Mills felt that something had missed, and we also felt that something had gone wrong. Professor Mills, he wouldn't want anybody to go on the street to share blood. They should let the election go. There will be another day to fight. So this is the difference between NDC and MPP.
Okay.
What you say? Now, 2016, we lost the election. I told you from the beginning, a lot of problems. Apathy. Yeah. Apathy is also setting in most of our strongholds. So I know a familiar. There's this lecturer. There's this lecturer at Lagos now. He felt very peeved. I had the family of about the family 10. They had 10 votes, and he refused to go and vote with all his family.
Why?
Because he felt peeved. Mr. Professor Jampo, there are certain dynamics in Lagos now. When you feel that some lectures are aligned to political parties.
And I was surprised at universities. So even inside the way across, but
I'm a practical person. I'm a very practical person. Yes, sir. Politicians.
Some lectures.
Some lectures.
Not all.
No, I use the word.
Okay.
No word.
I use the. I use the word. Oh, I use the word. He says some lectures are politically aligned. No, if he say we born a party, what I say, anti-party, about power, or say no, also the obuano. Until during that process, sir, I didn't see. Wrong. If I peeved, to the family 10. Omanto aba.
That man we
2016.
Okay.
My friend no panichowa. I'm a very good friend. Panichowa. So no. He's not good, but NDC has not treated him fairly.
Okay.
What I say, a lot of things happen. That was why Uka said after the election, we commissioned Kwesibotri.
Yes.
To go and look at why we lost the elections.
Okay.
And he came out with so many.
Like that.
No, I don't want to say.
And they say more admit say more lose election no genuinely.
Listen, I've just told you. Say me mistakes. Yeah, mistakes be. And those mistakes caused us.
Okay.
If even the trajectory was say something untoward. I don't want to dwell on that.
Okay.
I want to dwell on our inadequacies. No more causing. And that is why you have to go or correct the mistakes, you know. And when you have corrected those mistakes and you look at your past record, you juxtapose those things together and you know that this election is not going to be like 2016. And that you positively you're on the trajectory of winning. To me, I want to leave it at that point.
At that point, okay.
I don't want to.
But then you are still convinced this year 2020 there move winning.
Yeah. By a mile.
But
by a mile.
Voter apathy no more correct. You know how to fake that voter apathy. But for beba bontia beto aba muntina fie.
But no choice say or can be prof Dr. Not now. Because strategy be.
Yeah.
As a political party now come and sit in your studio and tell me my strategy.
Election day strategy.
Oh, Professor Bekachawa. If you are out there,
no, Chama de MPP for accuse me say mobile basaban emergency mobile basabasa. In fact, say what tax force be you want to police, but it's not. I am part of what tax force.
What we are saying is that elections are won at the polling station, and you are vigilant at the polling station. With the,
so what party agent is there and tax force game
who your party agent, you know, politics is there, who are party agent. But you should also police your party agent.
Overside and crop for in addition to
No. I mean there's a perimeter. And there's a microscope.
Outside voting area no. Chama the modern outside the voting area.
Our branches no. Every police have a branch.
We
have asked our branch executive to be vigilant. There are so many ways of being vigilant.
Including?
Just standing at a distance and watching the process. That the process is being done fairly. You are not going to use guns. And I like what happened on the special voting. I went round. And I went to places, apart from what Prof is saying, that even though the people who are normal, are intelligent or at a certain degree, that process put the intelligence aside. But that process had a human face there. People walked in freely. When you go there was only one policeman. Some of them may bow, but they are Ghanaians. Take the uniform off. Take the uniform off. When you take the uniform off, they are Ghanaians. They are Ghanaians. The way they behaved, they didn't behave because they were in uniform.
Okay.
What I say, the behavior should be the same thing that me, a civilian, should also behave on election day. That we are not going to put people in armored vehicles to be patrolling the polling stations. For what? Allow the policeman to sit at the polling station, let Adekoka leave his house, walk. Now they say you should wear mask. Put my mask on, walk peacefully, go. Put my mask on, go peacefully, take my card, verified, vote, and go away. We don't want anybody uniform. Uniform. That can just say we're national security. national security only be BIA police station. National security had no business come to a police station. Last time, I was so West Wogan when they were having the election. Pokua police station. You see about 7 different people.
Okay.
Where you national security, where you army commander, where you police officer.
Police station.
Police station, one police station, 7 blowing for no bit a corner. No, why for what?
And you won't trust those people.
They are not supposed to be there. It's a policeman. The lawyers and the professors are here.
Okay.
Police station, the only person who should go there is a policeman.
Okay. But I mean,
it doesn't need to carry a gun.
Okay.
Because in your war zone.
But what admit say move police move vote.
You see,
but I think that's also fair.
Get the word when you are using the word police, and we don't mean that.
Why not use the word no?
When I say we are going to police the ballot box, we are going to make sure that our people are vigilant. When you are vigilant, the law allows you. After what to obey you know, it war. You can either go home or you can go and take a rest under a tree.
They'll be taking a rest
under the tree.
Voting day no. Their parties are doing in a vigilant because none of one so I can say vigilance and more money 1 million votes nti ombe chamade the more team cry or say outside the polling station outside the perimeter no they will be policing their votes. Are we preparing for some class
outside the perimeter?
I say outside baby or more according off now moto abano. Omo come for big lechi. Omo award executive. Chamade one now can.
Let me explain this to don't get
and explain to Prof. Prof is answering whether amount to
all that I'm saying is that we've got 2 polling agents at the polling station. Yeah. One for the presidential, one for the parliamentary. Yeah. These are our polling agents. Let's say this is a polling station here. I think when you take this wall from here, there's a perimeter outside the perimeter where people have queued and that kind of thing, right? Nothing stops anybody from going to stand there and visually see what is going on, who is coming and who is going. Who is in the mufti, who has got a gun around his waist and hiding to come and cause mayhem. We know how election day activities go. People sit in vehicles and come and harass people. That's what I'm trying to say. We are not going to allow what happened at Ayawa so West.
It is a obi the car be ba wa mo sa mo nko fo no mo gina per minute omo be movie in.
Dabi.
Ombe gina wa pe
o car be jono you're harmless, sir.
What if Nkofoni are harmful? Just a more party executive.
If you make a mistake.
No, but that is not your job. Then I make sure say the police are there and your police for Juma. If your party executive
the first their job. Critical issues. The first critical issue. Why should it bring somebody? You are not in the. You are not.
Yeah, but that is why the police are there in anticipation. So Obibeya Boni.
Why
the police are back.
There's no need for you to anticipate Obibeya Bonibia. Let's go vote peacefully. Let's go vote peacefully.
Prof, I don't know how we will rate it. NDC and MPP 4 years.
Adi Medase, Mebekana, say. No, now for from friends of Jampo.
Friends of Jampo.
My school for now or more WhatsApp group now. Almost in Monty friends of Jampo Bicham. Near young chairman, and no Briboy.
I was a chairman, Prof, before because I was a chairman, but chairman train Kakai because President Mama won their live interview because the machine is going if you're in live interview just after critical issues. You because near live feed, you know, it was live.
Recorded,
no,
it's recorded.
Yeah, okay, it's recorded for Manopana, but because on me because or more teachers.
You see, political parties, you know, or more party agents. Media, many that's why me war and say, very source of party agents. Now, many accord who is a party agents, you know, if they are well motivated and your mom would be an anchor say, wish a cram, me koto watch be one chain, but 1 yes or 1 yes, I am so omudio money, ebedi chiri eye. Inti hona me first say, you see, all the election officials on polling day in home. It is only the party agent, political party agent, who is not an official of the state, all those at the polling station during voting day, they are all being catered for by the state, apart from the party agent. And yet the party agent plays a very crucial role in determining the acceptance of an election results within that polling station. And you know, rather than buffer nkophobia see omo won echire omo de omo so hwem na sefo vigilance hu hia me. I don't get me wrong, vigilance hu hia me papa. No election, if upese election results say accepted na sefo say ofi wini na hwem. But I want to believe that say party agents no say ye ni omo kasa yi na say omo nko compromise on anything, they will be able to provide the needed vigilance. Ye me hihye me kakra ne chairman ade ka no say ya the nkophobia kogu maybe outside or musu nhwem. No on say you put them aggressively on the defensive, and obia or ye aggressively on the defensive no asem be a little spark na or ya react na anhwa na de basabasa ya beba ne amenije ho am say na no bribu ahe kan na say say ya wada mush a party penning for the electoral commission na say for national security na say I want to believe that some consensus was reached, and matters regarding security and how the processes should go at every polling center was discussed. And you know, you best say amanyofo eto de bia na they mean well. You best say but sometimes the road to hell is paved with good intention. Why dream papa and so now at work of Sunday. And you know, mo supporters na nkasa ye generally no anka vote via dida nkane no ne nka vote ya nka kofi edu counting na so person oba no aba na che say wo de utumi nyina a share polling agents no ensa one man phone one man phone na otumi frɛ say ade bi enkoyi na say ne obɛfrɛ a otumi afrɛ na yempese the processes no ebe tensed ade ba ko am say ya ade pa in the lead up to this 2020 elections na say ya boy humode won say the political temperature has not risen. Well, compare this particular election to all other elections, you know, we have not risen our political temperature at all. About one is a keenly competitive election, and yet the political temperature no is normal. And apart from a few jabs here and there, no, I also want to believe that the leaders, the main contenders, you know, they've also been civil and decorous in their utterances. Sometimes, you know, omobe jaba akumienu me no kra to de bia na ye amana ye na are excited kakra na omunya na generally I think they've comported themselves. And you know, I want this particular atmosphere no a year relaxed no should also lead us into the election day itself. Obi ankoto na ba, because I've always argued say hwe amanya etwa ye ho ehia no omuni breye they envious. Yeah. Oh, because we've made a name for ourselves as a beacon of hope in a sub-region bedeviled with violent conflict coming out of elections.
Sudan and other countries, parties pretending to be at peace.
So we've done well for ourselves. They envious. It is a wuti anye ye nase oye nebi ba nase ye fa o se o koye refugee e wo Togo ana Ivory Coast. Akona obe sana wasumdwe na eden ehuhia. They will not treat you well because mona mo say my peaceful na ba na saying. And you know, most of the people, most of the young people out there have not seen violence before. They've not seen violent conflict before, and they've not also seen the effect of conflict before. Yeah. And you know, your best say yes, vigilance is very necessary, but vigilance should not create the condition for us to easily react to a provocation be and kebi to me aso ano ho na ye blown out of proportion na ema enkoye basa say we can video ho asem ne
video no chairman ko kan
SHS no na so for minim so person make bia
video no you can make a comment about the video.
I think generally like I said, I've said earlier on, nobody should make a capital out of any video, especially video that is released at last minute to election. Well, you annoy and insult floating voters if you do that. There are so many people who are looking out for.
Say, what the video by last minute?
What the video be back last minute in the lead up to elections? in somewhere a woman a year propaganda a chef floating voters for ebufo rather than making them endearing yourself to them. Oh, you can't propaganda. My interest, you can't say propaganda. It's a terminology that is used in international policy and diplomacy. It simply means the use of half truths. What do I say? Half truths. There be someone working. Nefa baby e no kware. Nefa baby enye no kware. Nefa no propaganda. Okay, and no floater is influenced by the peddling of half truths. Oh, into no obi a floater or an incontrovertible truth. And your video asem. You see, in my view, the video raises issues more with regards to campaign financing. Oh, campaign financing. Now, if it's about campaign finance now, then none of the two main political parties
and
none of them can climb the moral high ground to pontificate on those issues, because Nkofo is Sikakoma President Mahama, Nkofo is Sikakoma President Akufo-Addo, just minimum Nkofo or no, just to secure his interest, you know, Uchiyama MPP for
NDC, yes.
Well, they do it. And you know, no your issue you bet to me I interrogate, okay, and it has to do with campaign financing. There's nothing like Ghana, you're public fund of political parties. And political parties, you know, find all manner of ways and means to raise their own money. And so when you tell them to account, they tell you that one money is Canada, account, even though our electoral laws require that they must render account to the electoral commission and so forth. And you know, it has to do more with campaign financing, the ills of campaign financing in our country that we can interrogate. But it should not be, we should not put much premium on it. What can say? Videos let me share me. Are true? Tell me, beside me, say is the fake the original or the original the fake? You cannot you can't tell.
YouTube no decided to
for the media me feel say generally the campaign, both parties on campaign quite well.
Okay.
They should stick to the issues.
So the video was not necessary.
It was absolutely. You see, the point is, me too or maybe someone say na dwiri mu ne keta se hye akoso saa pa ade ne yanso ano de dada na ye be twen 3 days to election and now dey ba we yes I be bisa say wa dwen na wo de yes and anything. You see, everything that is done purposefully to win just votes no enya dia influence floating voters.
The only question is now who start up?
Videos
now who start up?
No, we are starting more baby.
No, but just say the video you be any campaign. Let me tell you, yeah, sorry.
See a bad decision.
No. Let me
tell you, campaign was already going well.
You are not relying on. I'm saying that. You see, I don't want. You can spend the whole day interrogating this issue. You can start the whole day. First and foremost, Pokua now, or your video no. Onabaka say fake, I know you're fake. Who owns the video?
But we don't need the owner. We don't need for example, the but came out and said this is a shoddy job because there's no student lecture relationship there.
What is the purpose of doing that?
Nana,
are you doing that?
Nana,
what do you achieve?
Nana,
they didn't have any intention because somebody want your baby no video for YouTube.
I'm not talking about.
That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to see. I don't want you to go on a tangent there. And this never tape biaba.
That be said the one clear.
That's what.
I'm tired, sir. The man who recorded the NDC. Who recorded the NDC?
Nana or say,
the man who is alleged to have recorded the NDC. The man who recorded me.
Nana, say, MPP, or no, no, on that didn't come out, Anas. Say, oh, did or say, a lot of Ghanaians know him, Salis, or say, or joining MPP.
That be Salis MPP.
Okay, Nana, fine.
The man who recorded me, woman in NDC.
Oh, Nana,
I am saying the man who recorded. I will be surprised the person who recorded prophecy NDC.
Oh, BBC for
our NDC sympathies.
If this program,
I am being very honest.
This program must be very nice.
No.
I think, sir.
I will sit here for you to accuse NDC of
that. When there's no evidence,
yes. The man who is allowed to have
there's no evidence. Nana, we are lawyer. There's no evidence.
The man who recorded me.
Nana, there's no evidence. Court munkasasa. There's no evidence. There's no una there's no evidence. Here say oh they are cutting now so Jaika. The party card. For party card ne branch.
Also withdraw. Nana we dey also withdraw. Also dey withdraw.
Okay, me withdraw one. Profit the man who recorded me Sanandisi.
Oh, Nana, Chama dey we point.
Chama, me come bia with due respect to you. The one who recorded me is a
who shall see the US. What can tell you?
I am this.
But you didn't start
that's only can tell and I tell me.
No.
Who need evidence?
When you started your submission,
make you point.
When you started your submission, if you knew you have started your submission with that. You said this your friend.
Only evidence.
MPP aye.
Son of
Anytime no pass what Nana ye. Chama dey we point. So say mo dey move video no on ayi. But prof advice to you and say.
We are not prof.
Only prof in here chi. No campaign cost of fine. Yan po say mo koma tape no energy.
Mr. Say let's situate this the appropriate way. Me catch you say. Bodom kawa unfedua.
That's a tape we nka mo.
No. Who bought the original the fake tape first into the domain of our politics?
One the fake tape, one the why?
No. I'll take fake or accurate tape. I said who brought tape matter into the domain of our politics? On the last week.
Na why?
And people for no share.
Tape ben.
Say omo show tape. Say a president will be a donation for him. But they said that no. I'm
not maybe not in Ghana.
No.
No me cover US election.
Oh man, no. I'm talking about just beginning of last week.
And MPP for be show tape.
I'm not sure tape.
Of President Mama.
No, of
who?
Akufo-Addo. President Akufo-Addo. Say Obi money party donation. But a fake tape will come implicating of taking a bribe. That's not to tell you.
MPP released it.
The first tape, that's what happened.
Hey, Chamade.
But what's happened? We woke up in the morning.
And MPP released that
tape. MPP and then upon Kuma made a statement.
No.
Oh.
Chamade take one into MPP, they release tape, no.
Upon Kuma came to make a press conference.
Yes, on the tape.
On the tape that has been released.
By who? By MPP. Where is the evidence MPP for a year? Chamade the same thing I make a channel and I say mon can
okay, a tape was released on
an unknown person.
Unknown person. Let's Lawyer Becker say
absurdity.
No, admitting, not admit to
assuming
that admitting. Say Mubia.
Okay.
That's lesser.
But I know more because there's no evidence that says
then upon
there's no evidence to that says
upon Nkrumah reacted to that tape and say Abano say and then they anticipating say another tape will come implicating. Them say now who started the whole process? We were all doing a campaign. Obi and tape will be awesome. What I say, and I'm telling you that. Agree with what Professor Jampo is saying. We are not relying our campaign on expose of somebody. Okay. Rather. But you see, in this country, we had 2016, a government happened on the corruption of a party.
And win elections.
And this time round, they are telling us that corruption does not matter in Ghana anymore.
That's not what they are saying. Prophecy.
Oh, Afia.
Oh, Chairman.
Me semantics. Now, no politics. Politics.
Hey, Chairman.
Yes, semantics. Me see, obi say, my Bobby ade. Me Bobby ade.
They put here na open.
Na waka word no. Say corruption is here and matter. Obi no see corruption cry number 5. And yet triple and bow at number 5. And so Ghana there. Ghana there. At there your friend hypocrisy. Yinina we are guilty of hypocrisy.
Eh obi Ghana for
Yinina. Look, if you're a politician and you're not practical and you want to sweep things under the carpet, this country will not grow.
Okay.
This country, when it's red and we say it's black, when it's green and we say it's yellow, where we are, we will remain there forever and ever and ever.
No, that is true.
Frantifose, Aba what the bought it no, and which other way? About the boy and when we go on that tangent, this country will make progress.
Okay. Okay.
This country.
Chamade land will point to the man.
Land say Monday. Nyamin Chazi, yenya yembon pede. Yekoda iboso. Then nyame amaya anwazen. Na koto aba. Important thing there. We should create a level playing field. Police here one more any duty at the polling station. Member ho. If we don't need soldiers, we don't need people in military uniform. We don't need mufti. Yeah, elections people should be allowed to go. Don't put soldiers in military vehicles to be patrolling the streets of Accra as if on election day there's war in Ghana. There's no war.
Okay.
Let us stop intimidating people. Go to ballot polling station, intimidating people. All those kind. Maybe I heard Prof saying that maybe mistakes. Like you go to a polling station, your name is not in the sheet. Maybe so many years. Now no. You continue doing that. The way if you have been brutalizing us, if you have been snatching ballot boxes, if you have been unauthorized people are going to police station. Now this time going on, let us showcase to the world that as a beacon of hope of West Africa and Africa as a whole, we are going to conduct an election now. Not a single issue of blood will be shed in this country. Okay. And we will live peacefully.
I mean, I say, Chama, the member, Nanane, Prof, member also first, and final comment at time, Naso, na Yanqua, no critical issues. So I'm not sure, and also Vim lady, brave and hardworking, Muye Juma Pa. In fact, and conform by UTV Pa for this 2020 elections, a moment number my accurate and no tension. Analysis and results into more any jumana they reject. Can you ask them why they can't control their model and now the limitations of the model now earlier sir lectures and Atokwa Jude also good morning please easy can make some mask available was centers and said about obia ma na feni akokache ni pa kon say bia ye ma okwan e ma o enkoto abani because so share mask Richmond revival no say I'm enjoying the discussion very much power ebuakwa Kumase Bernard Opon Safo and also kase Professor Jampo o say Professor Jampo lesson oh mbacho munya abuchewai hey Obi, yeah, Professor Jambo said people are making insinuations. Professor Jambo is a respected married man, but respect him. Why? From Mobia, so Bim lady is also now a very respected married woman. Don't bring your Nkola Sembia on. I will even give it the respect of even reading the comments. John Jara say, I'm here to testify that I can't thank God enough. Ghana, baby ababedu no, ya dear pa, we should continue to do that. Now we are seeing respect here. And Dennis ODK or say Dennis Kumasi or say President Kufuor himself no. Wa pledges so be build the cathedral. We to me ana. PDS ni na de ono obeto e de etia no. Glover Mafo and or say Asamanka si Chicago, Illinois. ena odi free was say this strategy no mo dey drag MPP for akọ film na no kwa na be mo eluzu election na ayi Joshua was say you know MPP release the tape omo no release the tape no first we dey enye NDC bia na yeye Emmanuel Ejebuate no say na se Mahama beba pa dia enka ne enka temu damra na ne gu mu kramra won to Mahama o choice no why we nya asembia sa Richard Elom no sister Afia please where is Kwame Sefakan Chama General o de obeba tin radio so bogum sa on election day and Kojo Okore no say Afia allow them to talk but you nyina ka we Christian Amampo level why and Sapon Kwame Nkunimi ya we say we will definitely vote for the incorruptible Nanado on they were decided that on also the commenter or the abano SK Frigana was it voting is going to be like doctor checkup keke future problems what Ghana nyina no on the be encourage you be as onkoto abano making a decision known Simon Thompson or say Mama Afia all the way to number 5 until ono also and to na Linda Kevin or say vote boom 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 number 1 on also say ho enoko Henry Asari so UK also here live thank you Henry Asari Mr. Ayi Mizosu eso Maryland Mizosu say Afia good job na no panel ni nyina aye Mizosu ya cha wife Emma me pa Matilda Oseya Koto and ose Mahamari on there on to Mahama Obempo Aboaje eso so okumawu also no so to Amananado and Eunice upon so no we decided that auto abano Jet Jackson ose I think because it's left with a few days to go no election no you just want to neutralize things with this analysis if ya 1% tension beba me amitumu se no anti and na ma bibia obi kasakra na pese eba e form no Kofi Amwana to God to punish those hypocrites sa obi akwaje Bible am pese mbeka sembe Melissa Osayakoto Melissa maka odi nyina e de ama na Joseph Isamo Atodazi no in 2012 no military patrol no on patrol street no nti adeko kasemo kanenya no kre they will still patrol for to ensure sasumwe ebeba Bedi na Isaac no say MPP there never again and kani nkobeko akoto nsu won to ma NDPP biem and Isaac a friend no say JM for real Ekufuado is a con man into on the GM and obeto edi ama no Prince Adobanya akono say for more for nana ho and on the votes beko Barnabas e share no say number 2 on the ballot ho no auto na Bismarck also say number 1 Wega GH say number 2 I like the way people are making their choice without attaining bia and Joseph Samuel Atodazi say number 1 Tacha Star was say NDC no beto and Faustina Gross was say yeah Faustina we make you choice and Kobe Thompson say rep Omari Perry also for more for nana and one obeto Kofi Amwana say if you people think we are fools we are watching oh bra I don't know many atem respect yourself and respect the people who come here why first Linda Kevin o number 1 aba and Faustina Gross so on the call number 2 no on the sana bia thank you for making your choice anet here tina multi-party democracy na beautiful no prof my member final comment member nana so
well, that's it. Let me say, it's a democracy, and one of the mechanisms for ensuring a democracy is periodically we have elections, and elections elections are not supposed to break any country. It's supposed to help us deepen our democracy and also determine the pakra obey a ruling and so forth, and I would urge all Ghanaians to go out there to vote and to cherish the peace in which we find ourselves. Say, Obianko Chenadrin, I just say, go started church from Madrid and as for go vote peacefully. Who here so we vote to be obi take shots be a do phone be trap picture be a the akwache will be and I say it's not necessary. Let us respect and cherish the peace that we have. And I want to believe, say, by Joada, Betna Hanana, Yaka, and Sempa Efa, how we have comported and conducted, ourselves. And, I wish all Ghanaians well, and like I've always been saying, may the best candidate win.
Nana, but your final comment.
If you have further comments, we are cruising to victory. Yeah, winning, and yes, I am winning, Kekyo. Yeah, winning overwhelmingly. And the entire American son say, once again, a free Emmanuel Seminole from 1992. What share baby and MPP, our problem. Yet, time, a kind of Dagon issue. From 2002, even 2016, Ukraine and Soviet Association. Now, with the creation of regions, ebi wo ho no ma na wo ka aya na wo mubu sa achievement no wo mubu na bomfia oh na regions so apart from say ye nsia no Ghana ha kwasi don Diego de Azambuja ene na kwa amena nsa hia ye obi antimi ntinsia atoansesa da from 6 March 57 nsia nkom ebi mada and we a remarkable achievement. I want to say if you are on the ground now say we need every tower analysis now we hear I see hono analysis na ultimo so o market regions nsia in fact it's going to a near
what is every tower analysis
analysis no more dey na crash for no o mo betra ha ene Ghana Christian Amampo analysis Ghana Christian Amampo analysis ene every tower mono de momo nkwa kurase ti na ye wo nkurase no mono de monom nsuo we no bi ya de ne yetene no na ya tikoko a
natural one
ne yetene no ya de asa na wie no person jo sokora na nsuo katawani na de boni bi eba tese kurase ahun typical kurase life kurase so we bia Johnson that campaign na person Johnson na nsuo e wa wo sere nsuo na nsuo patwa katawani na nsuo boni bi eba that is the typical way ukwa kurase no ayeye you know because me no matina kurase politics na me hu kurase no o ba bia o hu say provision of borehole
alone to Mr. Sambibia
so that the provision of free senior high school no I mean mo wa krom no de mubu ni say oh me but I'm telling you mu adura nkasa with the acquisition of Ghana card and the Ghana card they say issue it's a health insurance obetimi aye and it's a remarkable improvement now go dey believe say asotef ya keka just say yama the specifics in the crop asotef am say na MPP baba na ye dupe na wo Ghana maku dupe say aduonu nkron no na ye du na mienu sorry mienu du ne ye zongo communities aduonu nkron no mudu aduonu nkron emudu
na final comment na oye no nti enye campaign
no ba me kira niam mu jase me nya bibi se me yet se we MPP ni nti na jase wo de but me de niam bi tototo se okoye nkuro no ye nkuro asem no ye inu a niam ma akom ye no bi a MPP aya the ordinary person who say oh ampa se de kwai akwan ye yi ne ye ngusu kota kora mpa na se de caterpillar twa kwa no so na me ka example say ye started time de na me ka say ene so ofri badu ana ofri nsoko na obasunwane na so nkofo nwanchi ententen kwa no ade a ohun se kwa no ayete yatwa so ye kwa we pa na yatwa so amane se ene so ofri brekum na so okọ se kwa kotal
okay
I mean just say ebi shadansi Ghana ha ya bakosem da ayi president ko first started there and this be on be yebi sabre kum kwa no bere pipi be wo ma baba wi
okay
and now wo ma ye so free nsoko na ko fa menje na person ko sampa kwa no wo mo de ama contractor
okay
eno no ka no na betima du don hwere be ba ko and so free menje na ko ba na ahinkura bonga se jodan kwa no mo a enka da ebo no miensa na no nan a wonyaka
okay tinana and the night say o pese o chese mbe wini boy
overwhelmingly
okay nana
overwhelmingly
mama na wase abusia fa na ma se ye wie nana ye wie nana tu ko krom tu de ye to abani wi a no wasa bankra ni asa to analysis na ye no so abusia fa na mu nyina wase se mo hwe live e wo ye critical issue so Barnabas shen de o mo bebre to aba e wo UTV Ghana page so e wo Facebook nto de make your choice and na the beauty of democracy no se be Ghana e one party state a aka ye nyina se nke ahye in fact eno kwa na ye de peme nkofo kutia enkroma ba ade ye de bo nkoma so bo ne say eno nkoma be ye president
64
nti the reason why ehun hia say eye multi party democracy say your choice nti na eni say obi ka so pe NDC and pe MPP o say odi na tem no eye no right constitution man kwan na wo so pe MPP no obi so pe NDC odi na tem na wo de sabi o kra o ne sabi mu ma say kami adokuni wo so wo choice no obi the only choice hey choice indeed you know men ko di obi attend just because we're making a choice now udi banko obi di fufu o nti ase saying in the coming days no you be more analysis about areas now research assess best swing you know regions water region yes Ashanti region NDC and MPP nyoma to aka we'll be looking at western north western region Central region Greater Accra and Crime ye be hwe ho pa Oti region ye be hwe ho ne a che mo say the elections no be constituencies a ye be focus on dey ni Bunu East Aguna East Aguna West Ejuma ko enya na CMS kuma odobembra kwa Greater Accra region Krowo Leje Kuku ye be hwe sa constituencies ni na there numbers na ba ye 2016 2020 projections ebeba about one to baby bibi be koso bia ebe ma wo na ye wo say the 70 regions ndi ye de ni be si swing regions no pa na ya cho say the 70 no be ko ba ye fa say da kese e ma wo say wo share live e critical issues say da kese nkoma Professor Jampo e political science department University of Ghana Lagos sanso na nana obiribu ahe e deputy general secretary Emma MPP onu si adana say chairman of the Koka na wo so woko because okwa join president mama e wo teachers hall omo ye dwumedi so nko ho nti wedi kan ekodada so da kese nso enko Emma Dr. Kwame Asante senior lecturer political science department University of Ghana and Dr. Ezekiel Ninoy Norte nso senior lecturer department of statistics and actuarial science University of Ghana mo so be boa mo ye analysis na che say ekoi de aba ye fa me vim lady Afia Pokua aseda kese nkoma production team ni nyina aseda kese nso nkoma amata akum ono breakfast and lunch we said e buy betimi akoso na yetimi aye adwuma journalist adwuma in the coming days so ye betna hanom be nansa enenan ni enidi ni enware ye ba na yete hanom because ye nyina so ye do democracy I said akese happy birthday enko Emma Vasco Edu ewo osu ye da se Vasco Edu say de bia wo hwe sanso happy birthday nkoma NS Kumi ugina ewo akotia me awadafo ba ko say your birthday nti ye nchi okay happy birthday so na no bi wan so say ye nye we ma no we ye nye wa o fan ha oh okay so happy birthday nkoma Michael Owusu ansa o Tobinko pharmaceutical for mama me eno papa doctor Nana Asare ewo GTV o ma me so Mercy ewo dansuma ene abusuafo ni nyina so omo dawase omo bompai so ba be ye pani kese na won so wa ba be ye kese abro prof ne na obi boy mu nyina so abusuafo nyankopon ye admo ochina kwasi ada ye sha ase anwumre ekosi ade chenre Monday Tuesday Wednesday yetianom decision time ni nyina obeti enka edemase